What's up, everybody? You are tuned in to the Cris Style
Mal.
Podcast, episode 195, Big Energy Monday. Hope everybody's having a good Monday. Whatever you're doing, you're at home, you're at work. We appreciate you tapping in with us, man, giving us your time. If you're listening on the playback, we appreciate you too. Leave a comment in the comment section. We got a lot to speak on. Week one, NFL is in the books. Week two, college football is in the books. We also got some WNBA stuff we're going to talk about. We got a full slate of topics, man. So hope you guys are ready to buckle up because we got a lot of stuff to talk about. So before we get into that, Maul, how you feeling, man?
Feeling good, man. It's fight week, man. Excited for that, man. Big fight coming
Mm-hmm.
up. I know we'll talk more about that on Wednesday. But man,
Mm-hmm.
great week of football, man. We ended the night last night with probably the game of the year, man. Looks like, man, crazy game. Some disappointments too. Fantasy was a struggle this week, bro. Struggle. But man, feeling good, man. How you feeling this week?
I'm for one feeling good about my fantasy league. Shout out to Marcus. I whooped your ass, boy. Um, Shout out to Derrick Henry. He helped me out, and I still got players to play tonight, so it's gonna be overkill tonight. But
I need
no,
Jefferson
it
to
was
go
good.
off. I need
Huh?
Jefferson to go off tonight.
You
I
know,
need like one of
JJ,
them 40. I need one of them 40 spots for real.
JJ McCarthy goes
JJ,
off.
JJ, be the truth, bro. I need you to be the truth, bro.
I hope he goes off tonight, because if he
Nah, yeah,
don't,
for real.
no,
Yeah,
um, but yeah, man, I'm feeling good, man. Ready to get into these topics and talk about what we saw this weekend, man.
let's
So
do it.
let's start with college football, man. It's always good to start there. Um, Go ahead and just get it out the way. They didn't really play nobody, but everything's gonna be Arch Manning watch. You know what I'm saying? Ever since his
Mhm.
first game, see how he progresses through the season. And they played San Jose State, so we get it. He played the bad team. But I said it on Wednesday that these next three games, he had to, get his confidence back up until he goes into Florida. And we'll talk about your Gators in a minute. But
Yeah, yeah.
but got to go into Florida and play in the swamp. He's got to get his confidence up. And he played pretty well. 19 of 30, 295 yards, four touchdowns. He had 190. He ran one touchdown, so he had total of five touchdowns. So this is a pretty good start from getting that bad taste out of his mouth from Ohio State. Get him more confidence. I know they was talking about his shoulder, and he was wincing a little bit when he threw a pass. I think it was like late in the fourth quarter.
Mhm.
But Sarkeesian said it wasn't nothing to be worried about. So we'll see on the oncoming weeks. But he looked pretty good this past weekend.
Yeah, I thought overall he did look a little bit better. I kind of agree. I think there might be something wrong with that shoulder because I did see a clip of how he was throwing the ball last year compared to how he's throwing the ball this year. It looks like he signed. It looks like he can't get full motion as far as like when he's throwing the ball. So I don't know. I know they're gonna try to downplay it because obviously all the expectations on him and stuff like that. And then obviously having a shoulder injury this earlier in your career, that's always going to spark some concern. So, maybe they're just trying to keep it under wraps, but I think it could be really, really important to keep an eye on that. Livingstone, you know what I mean? He looked really good. He had four receptions, 128, two TDs. I think he had the long touchdown to kind of break it open. But again, man, they played San Jose State. It looked like a little bit of a struggle early on in the game, but overall, man, it's kind of hard to grasp what Texas is really going to be off of a game like this. We saw what they were against Ohio State, and me and you both agreed that both teams did not look good. But I think Texas will be okay. But I think that shoulder injury I think it's something to keep an eye on, just for a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. Um, South Florida stunned your Gators, number 13 Gators, 18-16 in Gainesville. Nico Grammatica, one of the Grammatica sons, capped it off with a 20-yard field goal as time expired for the upset. It was capped off of a penalty from your defensive lineman. He spit on somebody. Uh, Spit a defensive lineman. Brandon Brett was ejected in the fourth quarter for spitting on an opponent. A 15-yard penalty that directly aided South Florida's final drive to get him pretty much in field goal range. But even before then, it was just it seemed like you guys were maybe looking ahead because I know you guys have LSU in the horizon, and you guys just didn't look like y'all didn't want to be there. Y'all didn't want to play South Florida, and I think South Florida took advantage of that. South Florida's defense showed up too. I know DJ Ligway had a interception, but you're more closer to the post of this team. What happened?
Brendan, did you not watch the game on Thursday? Did you not see what happened to Jalen Carter? He gave you a clear representation on not to do that. But it's idiotic, man. At this point, man, this is just the semblance of a Billy Napier team. He just does not like it's the same thing that happened last year. You know what I mean? Like we lost games that we should have won, and then when it comes to the games that we should probably lose, we end up playing to up to the competition. It just seems like we always play either down to the competition or up to the competition. This is probably one of the more talented Florida teams we've had in a while. DJ Lagway has a lot of promise. Obviously, he didn't look really good this game. I didn't see a lot of creativity. I didn't see a lot of explosive plays. Honestly, I would have loved for them to try to expose DJ Lagway's just his creativity on the run. I would have liked to see that maybe a little bit more to try to spark a little bit more excitement into this offense. But it's just the Billy Napier way, man. I'm kind of over Billy Napier. I know that it's probably a long shot that he's going to get fired. Obviously, we have one of the toughest schedules, coming up, man. Like, when you look at the schedule, we got LSU coming this Saturday. Then we got Miami, then Texas A&M, like Georgia, Kentucky, Ole Miss, Tennessee, Florida State, like obviously, hopefully, like my moniker of us playing up to the competition is true because we're going to have a lot of tough competition coming up, and hopefully we can live up because LSU looks like, if we're going to play like this, if we play like this against LSU, we're going to get dog walked. You know what I mean? And we shouldn't, because the way this team is set up, we should be successful even with this schedule. So, these next couple of weeks is going to really say a lot whether this team is going to live up to some of the expectations that a lot of us Gator fans have, or this could be one of the worst years we've seen in a long time with the talent that we have.
Yeah, for sure, man. And hopefully you guys just, like I said, maybe you guys were looking past South Florida and just thought you guys were just going to show up and beat them. And it just didn't happen that way. Sometimes football happens and, you just got to fight through it. And unfortunately, because of a dumb penalty, it put you guys in harm's way. But hopefully, if y'all beat LSU, all is forgiven.
Yeah, all is forgiven. But Brendan got to be smarter than that, man. Like these players, bro. Like, come on, man. Come on, stop spinning on people, bro. I got to stop that.
Yeah, for sure. Clemson almost had a scare. They went down 16-3 in the first half to Troy. It was capped off by a 44-yard touchdown from Goose Crowder to Trey Taylor. They also had a 37-yard field goal and an interception, pick six for a touchdown. But Clemson was able to get a field goal before the half. And then they went on a 24-0 run in the second half. Which they had a rushing touchdown, interception that was returned that got them close to the end zone for a touchdown, and then Troy tried to do a fake field goal, which failed. It got him at the 30-yard line, which was capped off by Cade Kublik touchdown to Wesco for a touchdown in the fourth quarter, which pretty much sealed the deal for Troy. But are you concerned with Clemson? Is this something to be looking at Dabo Swinney about?
I don't know how you don't like Georgia Tech beating Clemson at Georgia Tech. I love that. I love Georgia Tech beating Clemson. I really do, because this Clemson team just does not pop off my screen. Me and you had high expectations on that defensive line. And yeah, they showed a little glimpse here and there, especially in that second half. But, this team has been so disappointing. Cade Klubnik looks like he's a fifth-round pick. Like, he looks terrible, man. Like, this offense is having issues again. Receivers aren't getting open. O-line is looking mad suspect. The running game can't do what it needs to do. It seems no excitement on this team. This team looks flat again. I'm like, against Troy, and I get it. You know what I mean? You had the whole weather delay and all that, but come on, man. Like, what are we doing? Like, that was before the weather delay, and Troy was pretty much dominating you that whole first half. Like, the Georgia Tech team that you're about to go to this weekend it might be a long day for y'all. That's a physical team that is not scared to play y'all. Like, it just seems like the fear of Clemson is gone. Like, it's the same conversation, I guess, it's with Alabama, but you understand the Alabama talk because Nick Saban ain't there. You still got Dabo. Like, it comes to the point with Dabo, it's just like, and I get it, Clemson probably never will fire Dabo just because of what he's established at Clemson, but it gets to a point where the noise has to start getting louder about Dabo. You know what I mean? With all the talent that he has on this team, like, it's getting to the point where you have teams that are about to lap you. Miami, Georgia Tech's, like, they're South Carolina's, like, there are teams out there that are going to lap you, and it ain't going to be close. Like, South Carolina might be the more dominant team in South Carolina. You know what I'm saying? As far as like about to get the recruits and all that. So it's going to be interesting, man. But me personally, like, Dabo has been probably the most disappointing college head coach, probably next to Sarkisian at this point.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know, man. It's not the they've been having these laps. They had this stuff happen to them last year early, and it ended up biting them in the ass, pretty much not making the playoffs. So they gotta get it together.
Like, how many more losses do they get? I think one more. They can't get one more, honestly.
Well, they escaped with this one, but you know what I'm saying? They didn't get no loss in this one, but next time they ain't gonna be as generous. Like you
If
said,
they
if
lose
they
to
don't
Georgia
come.
Tech, it's over.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you think? Do you think they fall in the rankings? Like, I know there are 8 right now. Do you see them dropping out of top 10 with that performance, or do you think they keep them at top 10?
Uh, I can see them keeping their top 10 for right now.
Yeah.
I think they had to get a loss to get out of the top 10. They probably get frowned upon, but I think they'll keep them at top 10. But we'll see. You never know. The committee is weird anyway, so I don't
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
know. Now there was an upset. Arizona State got upset by Mississippi State 24-20.
Mhm.
Mississippi State went up in the first half 17-0. But then in the second half, ASU came back, uh, sparking 20 and unanswered points. It was tied up at 2020 in the fourth quarter with a minute and 38 seconds left, and Mississippi State came down the field and with a game-winning touchdown connected. Blake Sharpen, the quarterback for Mississippi State, connected wide receiver Brendan Thomas on a stunning 58-yard touchdown pass with just 30 seconds left. I think Sam Levitt got the ball back and he ended up throwing an interception, which capped off the game. And Mississippi State pulled out an upset, beating ASU. So
Mhm.
shout out to Mississippi State. Shout out to my boy Stan. That's the college he went to. So I'm sure he's happy. But
No, yeah, shout out to Mississippi State, man. Like, I think a lot of people kind of called this game, you know what I mean, for the upset out of all the games. Like, they kind of saw the Arizona State thing. Yeah,
mm,
it was honestly a disappointing performance, obviously, especially on that offensive side. You kind of expect more with Sam Levitt and this offense. We kind of expect this offense to be kind of explosive, but you know what I mean, going into an SEC environment, no matter what who the team is, whether we view them as good, great, whatever, it's always going to be a tough matchup, especially with all them damn cowbells ringing and dingling all over, especially in Mississippi State. So I know it probably got a little annoying, but I think Arizona State, they could still probably bounce back a little bit. You know what I mean? Obviously, they got Texas State coming up, a big game against Baylor, TCU, Utah, Texas Tech. So they could still have a chance to try to climb themselves back in the rankings and potentially get a playoff spot.
yeah, for sure, for sure. If Mississippi State can show that they can, challenge and be a viable threat, then yeah, they could definitely get a playoff spot. But
That's
they
a
got to
tough atmosphere to
continue.
play in. It's tough.
It
It's a
is.
tough atmosphere to play in.
It is. It is. So, shout out to Mississippi State. Um, Baylor ended up beating SMU 48-45 in double overtime. Messed up my ticket.
Mm-hmm.
Neither here nor there. But in the fourth quarter, SMU was up 38-24. They had jumped out to a 14-point lead, but Baylor rallied, tied the game up, took it to overtime, and in the first overtime, Baylor scored a 2-yard run by Bryson Washington. SMU responded immediately with a 25-yard touchdown from Kevin Jennings to Romello Brinson. And then in double overtime, Baylor kicked a Connor Hawkins to kick, or Connor Hawkins kicked a kick with a 27-yard field goal after SMU failed to convert on their possession. So, how you feeling about this game, man?
Man, Josh Cameron and Ashton Hawkins, my God, them boys was cooking all game, man. That Baylor offense looks explosive. Bryson Washington, he had 31 carries, 115 yards. You know, it was on 3.7 yards to carry, but he had 2 TDs. Sawyer Robinson seems like he has this offense on lock. It just seems like this offense is rolling. This has looked like one of the better offenses in college football, especially with those two receivers. Obviously, their defense is, they got to score these points, man, because that defense can't stop you or me in our current state right now. So, great game by Baylor, man. Pretty disappointing with SMU. We kind of had higher expectations with this team, Kevin Jennings. We expect this team to, at least defensively be able to put up a better fight. But it's a tough loss, man. And I think that pretty much solidifies them, I think, out of making any type of playoff chances for me.
Yeah, man. Shout to Baylor. Reminds me of the old Baylor with the RG3 Baylor.
Yeah, it
Even
do.
after
It
him,
do.
when the offenses were just scoring hella points, and they weren't really known for their defense, but they would just score all over you, just putting up 30, 40 points a game. So it reminds me of that. It reminds me of that. So maybe Baylor is getting back to that. Now they got to fix their defense
Yeah.
because they can't. They get in these shootouts, they're gonna lose one of them, lose a
Oh
couple
yeah.
of them. So
Yeah.
then, of course, we had the border wars. They're back, baby. Mizzou versus Kansas in Columbia, Missouri. MIZZOU. We prevailed, baby. We beat Kansas 42-31. Bia Prabila. Penn State, y'all might have made a mistake, y'all. I'm just telling you, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, Drew Allar ain't looking too good right now. But my man was 30 of 39, 334 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Uh, Wide receiver Kevin Coleman Jr. had 10 catches, 126 yards, and a touchdown. But it was all about this running attack. Jamal Roberts had 143 yards and a touchdown with a game ceiling 63-yard touchdown that pretty much just shut the door. Hardy, he also had like 120 some yards and a touchdown himself. Ahmad Hardy, should I say? But I like the way this offense looks. Defense needs some work.
Yeah, it needs a lot of work.
Defense needs
It's a
some
lot of
work.
work.
Defense needs some work. But offensively, we look as good as any team out there. So if they can at least score, they can be in these games. That's all that matters. We got to see how Bia Prabila looks against a SEC team, like a viable SEC team. We'll see how that looks. That'll really judge what this Missouri team can do. But outside of that, I like what I saw. I've liked what I saw these past 2 weeks. And if they can keep this momentum going, they can possibly they could be like Mississippi State. They can get into the
Nah, yeah,
playoff.
yeah. I think Missouri's offense looked amazing. Pabula looked great. Obviously, you already talked about the two running game. Shout out to Kevin Coleman Jr. 10 receptions, 126. Brett Norfleet had two TDs. Man, like man, it was it
Yeah.
was it was
Tight
it
end,
was
yeah.
it was an amazing offensive performance. I agree. That defense is boy. Boy, boy, oh my god, that defense is pretty bad. If they can get any kind of like just production out of that defense, I think Missouri can find its way into upsetting a couple of these teams in the SEC. You know what I mean? I don't know what their schedule
Mhm.
looks like. Let me look at it real quick. Obviously, they got a big game coming up they
It's
got a
not
big
that.
game coming up with South Carolina in a couple weeks, and then you got Bama, you still
Yeah,
got
yeah.
Auburn, you got Texas
Mhm.
A&M, you got Oklahoma. Again, Mississippi State, having that big win against Arizona State. So, hey, Missouri's schedule it's not easy. It's not easy. You got the Louisiana game in the middle, so hopefully
Not
they
at all.
don't look over that before the South Carolina game. But yeah, we'll see, man.
Right.
Missouri, man, offensively, man, it's up there with one of the better offenses that I've seen this year.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I'll go ahead and talk about our boys. The UNLV, they end up surviving. I'm gonna say survive against UCLA. Because it was a tale of two
Mm-hmm.
tapes. It was a tale of first half, UNLV dominated
Mm-hmm.
UCLA. Like it was a dominating performance. They went up 23-3 in the first half.
Mm-hmm.
Or 23-0. My bad. 23-0 in the first half. They had a goose egg in the first half. Um, but then in the second half, UNL or UCLA started rallying. Now I know I would say going into the half, it was some undisciplined stuff going on with UNLV. It was some unsportsmanlike
Mhm.
conduct and some stupid penalties that was going on. And even Dan Quinn was pissed off at the end, like at the end of the before the half or going into the half. You could tell when they interviewed him, he
Yeah.
wasn't happy. He was not happy. And there's somebody that they were up by 23-0, and you would think he's still behind. No, he was not happy with some of the penalties, and it kind of crept into the second half. And UCLA started rallying. I don't know how to say his last name, but my man balled out in the second half. I give him that. He woke up and he just started throwing, running, all the stuff that we've been expecting from this kid. That he when he was in Tennessee, he showed up in
Mm.
the second half. Now I would say Alex Calandra, he had a big run, a play that because it was looking kind of shaky for UNLV, and then he marched them down the field and they scored. Um, but then he had a bad
Mm.
interception that just kind of almost erased that and put UCLA back in the game. And then UCLA, they were down by a touchdown. They had the ball late. They was marching down the field. They got down to like I probably want to say the 30-yard line, and then shout out to McDuffie. He threw the pass over the middle. He tipped it in the air, and the Armis Brown kid intercepted it to seal the game. So that was good for the defense to shut the door on that. But they got some things they got to work on as far as discipline goes, and because it was a little chirpiness, and you know what I'm saying, they was going back and forth. They feel like they kind of feeling themselves a little bit, and that's fine to have confidence and swag, but you got to
Yeah.
control that. You got to control that within the game because that can kill you. You know what I'm saying? And these referees, you know how we are. They are with UNLV. You know they quick to throw
Mm.
the flag, so there was a lot of flags. Um, Even on their side too, but it was really on us. It was a lot of flags, but shout out to UNLV. They rallied. They made the plays when they needed to make it to end the game, and they're 3-0. They're the only 3-0 team thing in college football
I
right
think it's like two teams.
now.
Them
Them
and
and
I forgot who the other team.
yeah, two
Forgot who
teams.
the other team.
I think it's
Yeah,
Iowa
yeah, I would
State.
say yeah.
Yeah,
No, yeah, no,
but
my bad. I didn't know if you had any more.
yeah, no. I was just gonna say, but Alex Calandra, outside of that pick, the kid
Yeah.
is a gamer. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he's gonna be ever a good
Hmm.
pro quarterback, but as far as college football goes, the kid is a gamer. He makes plays when he needs to make plays. So shout out to him, man. He balled out for real, for
Nah,
real.
yeah, like for real. I believe that UNLV is still trying to learn itself. You know what I mean? This is a whole new
Mm-hmm.
team, a whole new establishment with Mullen. Um, and I get it. You know what I mean? Like you want these guys to be a little bit more mature, especially during the football games, not commit dumb penalties, not do stupid acts to, further hurt the team as the game is going on. But I truly believe UNLV, even with the UCLA kind of small comeback in the second half, I think UNLV was just a pure more dominant team out of the two. Nico did look
Mm-hmm.
like he was starting to feel a little bit more comfortable wearing that UCLA jersey. I know he's probably watching what's happening over there at Tennessee, and and they're looking really good over there. So he probably wants to. I'm sure he's keeping tabs of what's going on over there, especially with everything going on. You kind of expect that he's young, man. It's going to happen. I would probably be the same way as well, but. I would love to see Jaden Thomas get more touches. I would just love to see them get more creative with him because he's the most explosive player they have on offense. I do not understand why they don't do that, whether it's in the receiving game, running game. Get creative. Like he could be in a Tyreek Hill role or something like that. You know what I mean? Something. You know what I mean? I just think they haven't fully tapped into what he could potentially be for this offense. And I think once and hopefully they find some particular type of method to get him going. I think UNLV can be damn near. I think they're the clear favorites to win the Mountain West. I think they can make a little bit of noise in the playoffs too, because I think this defense played pretty good. Even with the second half, I think this defense was swarming to the ball, getting good tackles. And I know they had a little bit of hiccups in that second half, but I was truly impressed, especially with that first half. I was truly impressed with the dominance and how this offense looked and how Dan Mullen had everybody rolling. So we'll see, man. Obviously, UNLV schedule isn't really that tough. You know what I mean? I know we got Boise State here. next month. Obviously, Air Force and going to at Wyoming, those could be always be a little bit tricky, and obviously at Colorado State. But overall, man, I think they have a great chance to win out and be undefeated, and I think they have a solid chance to maybe sneak in the playoffs.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I agree. You know what I'm saying? They're young. They're still trying to, there's a bunch of transfers trying to
Yeah,
play
yeah,
in,
yeah, yeah, for sure.
whoever's still left over from the Barry Odom
Hmm.
era is still on this team. But I said that to you last week about Jaden Thomas. I just feel like they be trying to get this. No disrespect to the other kid that they that the other running backs, but it's like you got a Ferrari in the back here, man.
Yeah,
Use
man,
it.
you just collecting dust at this
And I
point.
just feel like they don't. It's like they use them and then they like, nah, we good.
Yeah,
We going I want this other kid. I want Glover and the other kid Lee. I want him to get the ball. And it's just like, where the hell is Jaden Thomas at, man? I'm sitting there talking my man Cooper, Michael Cooper, that came on the show. I think he could be Genty. They ain't using him like Genty, so he ain't gonna be Genty. He about to be a fifth round
he
pick.
should be getting a no. He should be getting at least 20 touches a game. At least 20 touches a game. Whether that's
My
running,
man probably
receiving,
look.
whatever the case may be. Like he should always be on that field.
My man probably. My man probably like, damn, I should have went to Sacramento State with old
Aren't
boy.
there? Aren't there like I could have swore I saw certain situations where he wasn't even on third down. He wasn't even in the play on third down. I'm like, what are you doing? he's the best back.
It's the other
I don't
kid.
get it, man. I don't get it, man. That's probably my only
They
frustration.
put the other. They always put the other kid in, and
Is he
I'm
bad
just
at
like,
like
what
pass
the
blocking or some
hell?
shit? Is he not good at that?
I know. I've seen him
He
pass
look
block.
fine to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I'm missing something.
Yeah,
But I don't get it. If Dan Mullen was right in front of me, I would ask that question. I'm like, why? Respectfully, why are you guys not giving this kid the ball more? Like he is the most explosive guy you have. Like, what are we doing, Dan? Come on, man. Come on, brother. That would be my question.
yeah, yeah. I don't know. Um, I did want to get your thoughts on the. I don't know if you saw the Colorado situation. I know you probably didn't watch the
I
game,
did
but
not see what happened.
they end up benching Kadar.
Oh,
In the third string quarterback, the Ryan Staub, he came in and pretty much won the game for them.
mm,
Like they won 31-7 over Delaware, but he balled out. I mean, he only had like 157 yards, but he had 2 touchdowns and he looked really good. Kids got a little arm on him. He was slinging it down the field. But yeah, they bench Kadar for this kid. Julian got a little bit of reps in, but the other kid, Ryan Staub, he ended up coming. I don't know what the reason was. I don't know if Kadar wasn't moving the offense enough, but
Dion didn't say
Ryan,
anything.
he didn't really say nothing after the game. He was just, they was just talking to the Kim and the kid, and what I'm saying, he was just like, we had to make that change, and he came in, we believe in him, and he came in and played good, and that's what he did. So I don't know. This might be a controversy, and Ryan Staub might be the starter for the next game, but that's something interesting to look at.
At the end of the day, Dion, you gotta trust Dion in his in what he thinks with this team. He has the pulse of this team. I think he's one of the better coaches at that. If he thought he needed to change, he needed to change. Obviously, it was the correct decision. So, um, you know, at the end of the day, man, it comes with football and being the quarterback at any college, man. You got to fight for your job every single day, unless you're just a solidified superstar and people are and you just have that much money behind you. But in a situation like Colorado, like I wouldn't be surprised if there was another couple quarterback switches as they keep going. You know what I mean? I think they're still trying to figure out everything that they got going on post Shador.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure, man. It's gonna be interesting to see, but it was a pretty good week too. It was better than what I thought it was gonna be. Lot closer games for sure. A couple of upsets too. Iowa State almost got upset by Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
They won by 3. I think that game was 16-13. I want to say.
It was a close
Um,
game.
It was a pretty close game, but outside of that, it was a pretty good weekend for college football, man. I'm excited for week 3. I'm sure there's probably going to be a little bit more matchups. We'll get into that on Wednesday for sure. So,
What are your thoughts with all the with the blowouts real quick with the all the top teams? Obviously, you had Ohio State 70-0. You had Penn State 34-0. You had Miami 45-3, Oregon 69-3, Florida State 77-3. Oh, we didn't even talk about Michigan and Oklahoma.
mm, I
Um,
mean, I
yeah.
mean that
What are
kid
your thoughts
from
with all those games?
well, starting with Oklahoma, that quarterback, that dude,
He looked good. He got a little swag to him too, man.
that
Oklahoma looked
dude.
good, man. They look really good.
That's what they were missing. They was missing the quarterback. They had the respectfully that Jackson Arnold kid. He's over in Auburn. All he can do is run. He can't throw the football. This kid, oh, he can sling
I ain't
it.
gonna lie. I personally might have Oklahoma favored over Texas. I personally
I'm
might
just
have
mad at you.
Oklahoma favored over Texas at the Red River rivalry because that's coming up quick. That's coming up real soon. I think in like 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, I'm not mad. Didn't they lose to them last year?
They did. They did.
Didn't they lose? Yeah,
Was it
they
last
lost
year or
with
the year
Texas.
before?
Yeah, it was one of them. I know they lost with Jackson Arnold at touch a quarterback. I was like,
Nah, they
oh, y'all
lost when it
lose.
was Dylan. They lost when it was Dylan Gabriel.
Dylan
It
Gabriel.
was the year.
Right.
It was 2 years ago. It was 2 years ago. I remember that.
Regardless, regardless. Hey, this kid looks like he for real. What's his name? Bryce Underwood. He's a
Yeah.
freshman.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
gonna
It
take
was.
some time.
Yeah,
You
he'll
can
be
see the
fine.
talent. You see the
Yeah,
talent.
he'll be
You
fine.
see
He
the
had a lot
arm
of
talent.
overthrown. He had a lot of
Yeah.
overthrown balls. Like you could just tell. There were a couple drives where I thought he looked really good. Especially a couple of those
Mhm.
touchdowns. But I think Michigan will be fine, man. I love the
Yeah.
head coach that they have. I love the energy that he brings to that team. I think defensively, I think they'll get better. I think they
Yeah.
got some youth on that defensive side as well. If I'm a Michigan fan, I know it's disappointing losing a game like that, but I think not this year, but next year, I think they could have a really, really dangerous squad where I think they can truly,
Mhm.
honestly compete for a national championship because I think they could still recruit, especially on that offensive line side. Obviously,
Mhm.
you would love to see this Michigan team be more explosive offensively, which I think they will with Underwood being under the helm. Get him a couple good receivers. Hey, Michigan, you have all that money. Pay for some good receivers, dog. There should be no reason why y'all used to have really good receivers at Michigan. I don't know why you guys don't invest more into that. And I get it. That defense will always be good, but yeah, I think they'll be fine. But yeah, but nah,
Yeah.
what were your other thoughts as far as real quick, as far as like all the other blowouts with Miami,
I
Ohio
mean,
State, Penn State, and
that's
all
on
that?
par. That's on par,
Anybody impress you the
man.
most? But I'm just saying, did anybody impress
Florida
you the most
State,
out of all of
Florida
them?
State,
Florida State.
Florida State,
Yeah.
Florida State. They look like they for real. They like they
Hey,
for
can I?
real.
Hey, is it blasphemy to say this? That hey, I think Carson Beck might be in the lead for the Heisman right now. So he looked amazing,
Nah, I
bro.
think it's the kid
I
from
ain't gonna cap.
Oklahoma. I think it's the kid from Oklahoma.
Look, Carson Beck was 22 or 24,
Yeah.
267, 2T. Carson Beck is looking good, man. And obviously, we're going to get more games with Miami. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously they got South Florida coming up this week. That's going to be a huge game. We saw how South Florida performed against my
Hey,
Gators.
can I
You got
say
the Gators
something?
and then Florida State back to back to back.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
If South Florida beats Oklahoma and that Bynum Brown kid is balling, put him on the Heisman list. Put him on
Oh
the
yeah,
Heisman
nah. At that point, put
list.
South Florida in the top 10. Put South Florida in the top 10 as
Put
well.
him
Like
on the Heisman list.
South Florida might be that team that surprises everybody and gets into the playoffs. That team
Yeah.
has looked really good
Their
defensively.
defense is good.
Their defense is really good. They gave GJ Lagway and our offense a lot of problems. And I think our offense could be very, very explosive. So
See
nah, man.
what they did
Yeah.
with
I think
Madison.
that's one of
Damn.
not for real. I think that's one of the teams to look out for. And then I'll say this. Look, Grambling. I know y'all lost 70-0. But y'all killed it in Battle of the Bands. Y'all got the dub. Shout out to Grambling, bro. Y'all killed that one. Y'all got at least one dub that this week. Shout out to y'all.
Hey man, you gotta win somewhere. Win is we gotta get your win
Hey,
somewhere,
yeah,
right?
y'all dominated. Yeah, yo, I'm gonna say this. If it was 70-0 on the field, it was 70-0 Battle of the Bands.
In
And
halftime,
respectfully,
huh?
Ohio State, I think Ohio State has one of the better bands as far as like as far as the bigger schools they do, but no one competes to the Godfather of
No.
bands of Grambling or Southern. Those two will always be at
Any
top.
of the
They will never
HBCU bands, you not
track.
messing
But
with them.
Grambling and Southern are just the pioneers of
They
what
are.
true artistry of marching bands are. You know what I mean? We've seen it. You know what I mean? We understand the historical purposes of that. And then honestly, shout out to all the Ohio State fans, man. I saw nothing but positivity towards that marching band. I heard they even got a standing ovation with their performance, man. So
That's
shout out to
cool.
Ohio State, man, and those fans for
That's
showing
class.
Grambling State some love, man. We all know how much pride you guys have with your Ohio State band, and they're a high tier band as well as far as like the bigger programs. I think they're probably the best one as far as like out of the bigger school programs. I think they're the best one. But props to y'all, man, for showing Grambling State, the university, those players, those bandmates, those fans, a lot of love and welcoming to. So shout out to Ohio State fans, man. I really appreciated all that, man, for real, especially in the climate that we're in today.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Hey, shout out to Michael Vick for getting his first win in Norfolk State. And shout out to
Yes, sir.
Deshaun Jackson for getting his first win in
Hey,
Delaware
yeah.
State.
Shout out to the boys, man. Shout out to them,
Yeah,
man. Shout out to the brothers.
shout out to them, man. That's what
Yes,
I like
sir.
to hear.
Yeah.
All right, man. You said you got some WNBA questions for me?
Yes, sir, man. You know, it's the last week of the season, man. WNBA playoffs start this weekend. I believe they start on Sunday. So I'm super excited for that. We all know our Aces won again
14
yesterday,
in a row.
even with the injuries being suspended for the game. We all expect better from her. We understand the comments, but there's better ways to, depict those comments, to your teammates. But we all know Angel Reese will be bounced back. But I just have a couple questions, man. I want to get your thoughts, man, on what some of your predictions heading into the final week of the WNBA season, heading into the playoffs. So are you ready, sir?
Go ahead.
All right, man. So first question is, what is your prediction for who will get the number 2 seed amongst the teams that are vying for that spot?
The team. Is it
Yeah. You got the Aces, you
Chicago?
got the Dream, and the Mercury. Those are the two that are kind of fighting for the number 2 spot right now.
Oh, I think the Aces is gonna get the number 2 spot.
Okay. Any reasons to
Yeah,
that,
they.
or just because?
I mean, they've already beat Atlanta twice. They got the Sky and I think the Sparks left. So I think they'll get it.
Okay. Next question is who do you think will get the final playoff spot out of these two teams? The Storm or the LA Sparks?
The
LA
Storm.
Sparks, I think, are back a game and a half. They're pretty much a game and a half back.
Storm.
Storm.
Mm.
I agree. I think the Aces. I think the Sparks got to play the Aces the final game of the year, and then it would be a different situation for me if the Aces were already solidified with the number 2 spot. But I think they're going to still be fighting for it the last game of the year. So I think it'll be kind of hard for the Sparks to get that, and then you're kind of hoping that the Seattle Storm will lose their last couple games. So I can't see that, but I think the Sparks will be better next year. Next up. Who do you think wins MVP? You know what I mean? The Aces are on a 14-game win streak. You guys still got Nafisa Collier playing really good. Asia Wilson is the GOAT. Sorry. But who do you think should win the MVP of the season?
Asia Wilson by a landslide. Shout out to Nafisha, but that injury hurt you, girl. It'd be different if you was healthy around that time and you were doing the same stuff as what you were doing before the injury. You was right there with Asia, scoring 30 a game, 25 a game, you know what I'm saying, putting up big numbers. And you put up a few big numbers since you've been back, but I just think it's a little bit too late. I think the people are going to look at the fact that the Aces were 8 and they've surged all the way up to 2, and Asia Wilson was the cog for that. If we don't have Asia Wilson on this team, we don't make the playoffs. Let's
Yeah.
be clear.
Yeah.
we
That's
don't.
true.
We not even talking about no playoffs without Asia Wilson. She was putting up 30 and 20 and 10, and like she was putting up double doubles. She put up one last night. So, yeah, it's Asia by a landslide. It even her going facing the Lynx last week and pretty much shutting the door on the Nafisha.
Yeah.
Nafisha,
Yeah.
she didn't look. I don't know. I'm not even gonna blame her injury because like she had been playing since then, and she put up a couple 30 and 20-point games. So I'm not even gonna give her that excuse. It'd be different if like she was going into games, she was only scoring like 10, 12, 11. Then I'd be like, oh, she's still kind of recovering from the injury. But I think the Asia by a landslide. That's just me.
I agree. I totally agree. I don't think it should be close. I think the betting odds, I think they have it as even right now. But I think it should be Asia Wilson. That's no disrespect in the visa. Again, if it
No.
was it's mainly because of the injury, and the Aces
Hmm.
still had to win 14 in a row for Asia to have a shot to get it.
Hmm.
And then obviously that game against the Lynx, I think that game just kind of solidified that Asia Wilson
It did.
should win it. And I agree with you. You kind of texted me this that Asia showed there's different levels to this situation, and it's
It
no disrespect
is.
it's no disrespect in the FISA, but Asia Wilson is the GOAT of women's basketball, and I'm at this point I don't think it's even close. No disrespect to
It's
Candace
not.
Parker, no disrespect to Lisa Leslie, no disrespect to Cynthia Cooper that a lot of people forget about Cynthia Cooper, Deanna Taurasi, Sue Bird. It's Asia Wilson, and I don't think it's close, especially if they find a way to win it this year, coming off the
This
way
will
they
be
started this year.
this will
Come
be
on, dog.
Becky Hammond's best coaching uh, she's ever done.
This will be the year that I think if they're able to get this championship, I think this will be the solidification that I think Becky Hammond will one day get an NBA job. I really do believe that. I think this could be
I
the
wouldn't be mad at that.
solidification season that she will get strong considerations in these next couple of years that Becky
You
Hammond will
already
be
know
the
where she gonna be at.
first. Well,
My
maybe,
man
maybe.
Pop gonna be like, bring your ass back over here to the
Well, they
Spurs.
got the young gentleman
I
there
know,
now,
I
so
know,
I know
I
they
know,
signed
I know.
him. But I truly believe I think if she does that, I think eventually Beckham Hammond will be the first. I think it would be either be her or Don Staley that would be the
Yeah.
first
Mhm.
NBA coach that would be a female. I
Don
think it would
said
be
she
one of
was
the two.
gonna take that New York job.
Oh
She
yeah, no,
said
she
I would have
did.
took
I
it.
just, I think the Knicks really were considering that situation. I think they have so much aspiration with the championship and in the position that they're in right now. I don't know if they wanted to put that much pressure on Don Staley. I think if there
Yeah.
were any kind of other situation where the Knicks were kind of rebuilding or anything like that, I think she might have had a stronger case. But I just think where the Knicks are currently right now, I don't think they wanted to put that kind of pressure on Don Staley. Even though I think Don Staley can handle any kind of pressure, she can handle whatever. Man, she's one of the greatest college coaches of all time, head coaches of all time, no matter what sport.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I just think they just wanted to be fair for her. I think in any situation for a the first women's head coach, they want to you want to make sure it's the right situation because it's going to be a lot of attention on that situation, a lot of heat, no matter, especially in the Knicks. Like that's kind of like if it's in San Antonio, I think people will be a little bit more graceful in a situation where it's like
Yeah.
the
Small
Lakers or the
markets,
Knicks or
definitely.
yeah, it's not like situations like that. It might be a little bit too much, especially with that kind of light. Especially Lakers. Don't ever do with the Lakers because Laker fans will go take it from a Laker fan, bro. It would not be cool. Like I don't. I
Or
wouldn't.
best
I
bet
wouldn't
would
wish
to go
them.
to like Sacramento or
Yeah, go to like
yeah,
Sac
so
or a situation where hopefully one day they figure out this whole situation with Vegas and Seattle. Maybe Seattle. I think that would be a great situation. I can't see it in
it
Vegas.
will.
Maybe in Vegas, you know what I mean. But yeah, like the Thunder, the Spurs, the Grizzlies, a situation like that. I think I could see. But we'll keep it going. Next up, sticking with awards, who do you think should be the favorite to win Coach of the Year? We talked about Becky Hammond. You got the Valkyries head coach. You even got the Atlanta Dream head coach that I think should also get strong considered, and obviously the Lynx head coach with kind of the performance that they have. Who do you think should be the favorite, and who do you think should win the head coach of the year for the WBA?
I'm sorry, I don't know the young lady's name, but I got to go with the Golden State Valkyrie. She did something that nothing has ever happened, and it's taken an expansion team and made them a viable team and made them a playoff team. And
Mm,
when everybody was looking at the Golden State Valkyrie, nobody said, "Oh, this team's gonna make the playoffs."
yeah,
They was like, "Nah, this team's probably gonna be picking number one next year."
right,
But
right, right.
we see that she's a good coach, and that she comes from the Becky Hammond tree. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Which is kind of sucks
Hmm.
because I just realized the dude on Chicago Sky comes from the Becky Hammond tree too. They ain't
Yeah,
doing too
yeah,
good over there.
right,
but
right.
but it's his first years too. So um but yeah, I think she should get it. No disrespect to the one the coach from the Dream. The Dream have had a great year. Alicia Gray has emerged as a superstar in this league. They got a really good young team over there. They really do.
Hmm.
And next year, watch out for the Dream. For real. They add like a couple more pieces on that team. Watch out for the Dream. I'm telling you right now, they will be championship like contenders next year. I think that they're just right there, but I don't think they're there yet. But I think one more year, yeah, they're gonna be championship team next year.
Yeah, and the Golden State head coach's name is Natalie Nakasi. That is her
Yeah,
name. So
yeah,
if you're not
she should
familiar
be.
with her, she
Yeah,
used to be one of the assistant coaches for the Aces. If you're not familiar with
mhm,
her, get familiar because she's gonna be a good one. Got a
yeah.
couple more. Next up, these two teams have already clinched their spot, the Valkyrie and the Fever. But I want to ask this question to you: who do you think will win more playoff games between these two teams, either the Valkyrie or the Fever? And then we just did get confirmation this past week that Caitlin Clark will be out for the rest of the season. We
This
won't see her
season.
until next year.
Uh, I'm probably gonna edge the Valkyrie because they just do everything really well. They don't have a superstar like a Kelsey Mitchell, but everything is on Kelsey Mitchell because they
Mm-hmm.
have so many injuries with the Fever, man. I think
Mm-hmm.
Sophia Cunningham is out for the season.
Yes,
You
yes.
got
Mm-hmm.
Caitlin Clark out for the season. Like they got a lot of injuries over there. I know they made the
Mm-hmm.
playoffs, and Kelsey Mitchell is a baller. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Caitlin Clark fans, but Kelsey Mitchell is the best player on the Fever, even when she's on
Yeah.
the court. But that's just
Shout
me.
out to Leah Boston too. Shout out to Leah Boston
Yeah,
too.
Leah Boston too. She does her thing too. But I just think Golden State just does everything really well. They play good sound fundamental basketball. They play really good defense. Like they don't really make a lot of mistakes over there.
Mm-hmm.
Like I watched a few of their games and they just a really well oiled machine. If they just get a
Yeah.
superstar over there,
Mm-hmm.
y'all better watch out for Golden State. You know what they remind me? The building of this new era of the Thunder. They just
Mm-hmm.
keep building and building and building, and then they get their Shea Gill and they get their Chet Holmgren, and then next thing you know it, we're looking at the Golden State Valkyrie, and they're like one of the top teams in the league.
Yeah. Nah, yeah. I
That's,
agree. I agree.
that's how I look at them. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Golden State Valkyrie.
Okay. Okay. I got two more questions for you. What do you think is more likely? The Atlanta Dream win the WNBA championship or the Liberty getting bounced out in the first round?
Mm, that's a tough question because they really haven't been playing too well lately.
Yeah, it's been a struggle. Breonna Stewart in and out of the lineup with injuries and stuff like that. So
But even Sabrina Ionescu has been so
mhm.
inconsistent this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it kind of came from even when the finals. She didn't play too good in that finals. It was just
No, she didn't. Let's be
it was
honest.
cool.
Like Lynx got kind of screwed on a couple calls, but I ain't gonna say it. But they wasn't in a good
They won in New York to win.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna go with the upset. I'm gonna
You
go
think the
with the
Liberty get
upset.
upset first round?
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it. I can see
Me
them
too.
just having a bad shooting night. Just things ain't bouncing their way. And sometimes that happens when you're the defending champions. That mojo and that juice that you got the year before, it just don't work the same.
Yeah, and them series is quick too. And we talking about
Hmm.
you got to get to 3 wins, or two. So yeah, yeah, it's gonna be. I agree with you. I'm leaning towards the Liberty getting upset more than the Dream win the championship. And all right, man. Last question for WNBA predictions. Who do you think should be the favorites to win it all? You got the Lynx, 33-9. We always talk about the Aces on the 14-game winning streak, 28-14. You got the Dream, 28-14. You got the Mercury, 27-15. And I'll throw them in there just because of who they are. The New York Liberty, 25-17. Who do you think should be the favorites, and who do you think will end up totally winning the WNBA championship?
You know what's so funny about this question? If you had asked me this a month ago, I'd have said the Lynx by a landslide.
Mm-hmm.
If
Mm-hmm.
you'd asked me
Yep.
this a month ago, I'd have said the Lynx by a landslide. But I think it's close. I think it's close between the Lynx and the Aces.
Yeah.
And I just think the Aces are they're the hottest team, period. They're the hottest
Mm-hmm.
team going into the playoffs. And that's what you want to be. You want to
Yeah.
be the hottest because it ain't always the best team that wins the championship. It's the hottest team
Mm-hmm.
that wins the
Mm-hmm.
championship. That are getting hot at the right time. Everything's just going your way. Everybody's even if it's close games, it's just the ball bounces your way in the fourth quarter.
Right.
You end up winning that game, and that's been the Aces in some of these games. The ball just bounces in their way in their favor, and they end up pulling
Mm-hmm.
it out at the end. So I'm still edge it to the Lynx because they're just a really good team. man. Like
They are.
Courtney Williams, I forgot the other young lady's name with the pink hair. She's really good. They got a nice, good backcourt. Um,
McBride. Yeah.
then if Nafisha could just, if she gets hot, she can carry this team. She really can. She is the
Sure.
second best player. She is the second best player in this league. Let's not get it twisted.
Mhm,
She is the second
mhm.
best player in this league, and this girl can take over a game at any moment when she gets hot. So I'm still gonna edge the league, but I think it's like this, and I think the Aces is like right here,
Yeah.
and they've shown that they can beat this team with them being fully assembled. They showed that they can beat them. They beat them by 10. I know it's a regular season game, but they beat them by 10. So I think that'll be a very good series, and I wouldn't be surprised if they go to 7, right? They go to
That would
7 game
that would
series.
go. Yeah, that would go 7. Yeah,
Yeah.
championship will go 7 games. Yeah. Hmm.
So yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna edge the link because their record and they've been playing really good ball most this year. But I think the Aces are right there, man.
No, I agree. I think it should be even, honestly, between the
Hmm.
Lynx and the Aces. And I might be one of those types where like I might have been a little bit more nervous with the Aces, emptying everything out in this clip with this 14 game winning streak, and then maybe hitting a wall. But I'm looking at the dominance of these wins. Like, these aren't close wins. It's not like they're getting lucky bounces. Like, they're just dominating opponents where they're beating them by 10, 15 plus. Like, that is just kind of the situation that we're in with this Aces squad. Like, I think everybody is very comfortable in their roles. Jewel Lloyd, Chelsea Gray's looking like the point guard that we're all known for. Like, we talk about Asia, you know, at a nauseating level because it's well deserved with Asia. She is the GOAT to me in WNBA basketball, and I think she's easily been the best player in especially what they've been able to establish in this 14 game win streak. Just the dominance. Just this is looking like the old Aces team that we've been accustomed to, that just dominated the WNBA for the last couple of years. You know what I mean? Winning those chips, and I'm getting that same kind of feel with this Aces squad these last month and a half of the season. Man, it's just been a pure dominant performance, and it's been against quality opponents. Like, they've faced the Dream, they faced the Lynx, they faced Sparks, who are still trying to make it into the playoffs, the Fever and all that. Like, they played the Mercury, they played all these teams and dominated them. And it's looked great. So I think this is the healthiest I think the Aces have been heading into, especially since last year, heading into the playoffs. And Becky Hammond is showing a true master mind as far as like being the head coach and putting people in the right positions. And shout out to Jewel Lloyd, man. I think her accepting her role, I think, was a huge um, contribution to why this team is heading in the direction that they're heading into. So I'm excited for the WNBA playoffs. I think we can have some really great series. I'm not even gonna sleep on the Dream. I know they have a lot of young superstars on that squad, but they could come out and surprise. Like, you know what I mean? We could get a couple upsets for sure. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm very curious to see how all the matchups kind of lay out, and we finally
Hmm.
get a true look at what the playoff picture kind of looks like. And then I know me and Chris will definitely go on a deep dive, especially that Monday. I know the playoffs
We
start Sunday,
got
but
to
we'll
get Miss Ballin D on the
yeah, we gotta
damn
get Miss
show.
Ball and D. Miss Ball and D. I know you're a busy woman. But even if you could just honor us with 15, 20 minutes of your time, I'll say that I will take it. we'll take it for sure.
Hmm.
We would love to hear your insight, especially on what you think, especially with the Aces play, and everything that's going on in the playoffs, and get your predictions, get your feeling, all that. But we know you're a very busy woman, so again,
Yeah.
we'll take any amount of time that you can give us. But and I hope you're doing well. But I'm excited, man. I can't wait for the WNBA playoffs to start.
Yeah,
I'm
for
definitely
sure.
I definitely want to hit up a game too. I definitely want to hit up a game. Support those leagues. And yo, Aces, if you see this video, man, throw your boy Chris and me, you know what I mean? Couple of them MVP shirts, man. We want to rock those, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout,
Yeah.
shout out, shout out to Asia, man. Shout out to Asia. Them shirts is
Asia,
fire.
Give me some light blue shoes, man. The
Yeah,
A1.
yeah, yeah, Asia, man. Yo, hook your brother up with the all white joints, bro. I need them all white joints. Them joints is fire.
I wear
Fire.
I wear size 12, man. Look me
Yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah. If I got DM your man, nah, I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that.
Shout out to Bam, man.
Shout out to bro. Shout out. I'm
All
surprised.
right,
Has he
man.
been at the games? Has he been at the games? I haven't seen him at the games. Has been
I think
supporting
it
this
was
girl. Was he there this past week?
I don't know if he was there this past week, but he's been to the games.
I know,
She
but
was
I know
wearing one of
training
his-
camp is starting soon. I know training
Yeah.
camp is starting soon for them. So
I know she had one of his shirts on yesterday. So
yeah, for sure. Just like a girl, man, stealing the man's clothes and shit. Can't find him. Like, what the fuck this shit at?
Nah,
See her
man.
walking in the crib with it.
so it'll be. So it'll be. All right, man. Let's take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Yeah.
Introduce yourself to Magnet, the ultimate sports drink. Are you ready to take your performance to the next level? Do you want a sports drink that eliminates the muscle cramps and fatigue when working out or training? Meet Magnet, the sports drink designed for athletes who refuse to settle for mediocrity. It's power-packed electrolytes and rehydrates and restores balance with their scientifically formulated blend with magnesium that fights fatigue and boosts endurance. It has natural ingredients made with real fruit extracts and no artificial colors or flavors because your body deserves the best. It has delicious flavors like mixed fruit and watermelon that keep you revitalized and ready for action. It will boost your performance with essential vitamins and minerals. Magnet fuels your workouts, helping you crush your goals. Join the Magnet movement whether you're training, competing, or simply staying active. Magnet is your go-to refreshment for peak performance. You can order it now on our direct link at drinkmagnet.com. Also, use promo code Cris and Mal to get $5 off your purchase. So don't wait. Again, that promo code is Cris and Mal to get $5 off your purchase. Get Magnet, push your limits, fuel your passion.
Shout out to Sports Magnet Drink. Appreciate you, dog.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all.
All right, man. Let's do NFL Week 1 recap. Hold on, give me a second here. Get a little,
Man, it feels good to hear that music again. Feels good.
yeah, man. Yeah, got to get the music pumping so we can do these recaps. All right, man. Let's talk about it, man. Thursday night kicked off. Cowboys, Eagles raised their banners and battled their division rivalry, and it started off with some controversy where you saw Dak Prescott. He spit on the ground at Jalen Carter, and then Jalen Carter retaliated and spit on his jersey, and he was kicked out of the game before even the snap. A snap.
Yeah.
And that was the change of the course of that game because you could tell that defense was not the same without Jalen Carter. They have lost a few guys on that defensive line, and so it was a little bit different. I mean, I think Josh Uche still had one of the highest rating pass rush, but they were not getting to Dak. Dak was doing everything. That first quarter, it was the CeeDee Lamb show. My man CeeDee Lamb was cooking whoever. Dory Jackson had a long night. And that's going to be something to look at the Eagles is their number 2 corner. I know they worked out Mike Hilton, and I know he's a good nickel corner. He's kind of long in the tooth, but he's a good nickel corner. But that's going to – I asked the question because Cooper DeJean is their nickel. So are they going to move him on the outside and put Mike Hilton on the inside? We'll see. But that number 2 corner is a question. They let go of Darius Slay. I think they let go of a few other people, so – I know they brought your boy. They traded for one of your guys from the Raiders. He had to come in for Dory Jackson, and he didn't fare too well either.
No.
But the tell of this game was, Jalen Hurts was Jalen Hurts. Always efficient. Always. He don't make too many mistakes. He plays within the game. I know A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith didn't get a lot of touches. It was more Dallas Goedert and, a few plays here and there from Saquon Barkley. But and that's something they're gonna have to work on going forward because you know how AJ Brown get.
That reading Rainbow episode coming quick. He gonna be on this all there and reading Moby Dick.
Yeah, man. That AJ, you know how he get, man. He don't like not getting his touches. When he don't get his touches, my man get mad. He'll tell the media too. It's the quarterback. He need to give me the ball. They can win 45-0. He gonna let you know. I did not contribute to this damn win.
Yeah, that is true. He will
My
not
man
mince
only
words.
had like 1-2 catches in this game. So,
Nah,
but
facts.
at the end of the day, the tale of this game was CeeDee Lamb was bad in the second half. If CeeDee Lamb catches any of those passes, Cowboys probably win this game.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sitting here telling you that the Cowboys are a Super Bowl team. Hell, I'm not even telling you they're a playoff team. But I think the Cowboys are going to be better than what people think they are, especially offensively. I don't expect CeeDee Lamb to have the second half that he had last week. I expect CeeDee Lamb to be. CeeDee Lamb is a top. You can argue he's a top 3, but he's a top 5 wide receiver in this league.
Mm-hmm.
So I expect CeeDee to bounce back. It's that defense, which fared pretty well because they locked down A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith's ass. They couldn't get open at all. But at the end of the day, the Eagles got to fix that second corner situation because teams are going to look at that and they're going to take advantage of that. With their best receiver, they're gonna pick on their number 2. They're gonna stay far away from Quentin Young Mitchell, and they're gonna go on to that other side.
Just call my man. What's his name? He posted yesterday that this is the first time in 14 years he hasn't had a job. What's it? Stephon Gilmore. Just call him. He's right there. Or get Jabril Peppers to play your safety and just move Cooper DeJean to your second corner. Like, you know what I mean? They have options. Like, I think they'll figure out a situation. I think that might be one of the worst kept secrets next to, which we'll talk about your team next. But overall, I think the Jalen Carter situation was probably the biggest situation on why I think this game went the way it is. Like, I do expect CeeDee Lamb. Like, even with those drops, I think CeeDee Lamb had a really good game. Like, he just had 3 massive drops. Instead of him having what he had, he could have potentially had 170 yards and maybe a couple more TDs, which would have helped me in fantasy for sure. But at the end of the day, I think the running game is still an issue. I think the defense are still going to have problems. I just think that, you know what I mean? I think the creativity on the offensive side with the Eagles was just not there. I think they need Saquon to have some kind of pop. Like, Saquon couldn't get off at all. I thought that D-line, especially the addition of that Green Bay Packers D-line, man, I forgot his name off the top of my head. He popped off the screen a lot. Yeah, he popped off the screen a lot. He had a lot of key moments where he made key stops against Saquon, and he got through that O-line. So we understand why he was a Pro Bowler. It's not like that with that trade with him and Micah Parsons. Like, he's a talent. He's just an older talent, but he still performs well, and he's great with the run. Jerry Jones wanted to stop the run. He was able to do that. So he got his money's worth off of that situation. But I think the Eagles will be fine. I still think even with how bad they played, they still won this game, and I really wasn't worried too much a little bit about that. Obviously, if CeeDee Lamb were to get those catches, it might be a little different. Like, look, it's coming. A.J. Brown's explosion of him not getting the ball is coming, and George Pickens' explosion of him not getting the ball is coming as well. Like, at the end of the day, I thought they should have thrown the ball to George Pickens a little bit more because he looked really good. Like, give him the rock. Like, he was getting open. He was getting his catches. He had a couple of catches. He only got 4 targets on, and he caught 3 of the balls with 30 yards. I'm like, I get it. CeeDee Lamb's your number 1, but George Pickens he could be a number 1, a solid number 2. Like, he can be that guy. Like, I think this team could be very, very explosive. I think if they can just find some type of running game, like Javonte Williams had 15 carries for 54 yards. He did have 2 TDs. I think Miles Sanders' fumble really kind of like messed up the momentum of that game as well. Like, I think if they go in, I think that also helps the Cowboys win in that game. I think that was more detrimental than the CeeDee Lamb drops, because I think if Miles Sanders doesn't fumble that ball, I think they got another touchdown. I think they keep up, and I think they end up winning that game. So, does this mean that I think the Dallas Cowboys are going to have a chance to make the playoffs? No, I just think it was just one of those weird situations on the Thursday night football game where the Eagles are raising the banner. Jalen Carter spits on Dak Prescott before the game and messes up the whole flow. Everybody's just kind of in this weird moment. The Eagles defense looks out perplexed because they don't have their best talent in Jalen Carter that should be a Raider. I'm gonna keep saying that every single time I'm on this podcast. But Yeah, I just think it was just one of those weird games. I'm not going to put too much stock in if the Eagles are bad or if the Cowboys are better than they are. I think these teams are who we think they are. I just think it was just a weird game, a weird Thursday night game.
For sure. Friday came. My Chiefs battled the nigga got a smile on his face. Shut up, man. You should be sad because the Chargers won.
I ain't worried about Chargers.
You got to face them on Monday.
We ready, baby. I see Keenan Allen already talking best, baby. We coming. I might go to that game too. I might go to that game if I can find a solid ticket.
The Chargers beat my Chiefs 27-21. First drive of the Chiefs. Travis Kelce takes that Xavier Worthy. Runs him right over. And according to Adam Schefter, he's going to be out for probably a couple of weeks.
What they say? He had a separation or something?
They said, it was a dislocation, but they said that he's rehabbing it, and they said he could be out for a couple of games. So
praise up to
we
him.
shall see.
Praise up to him no matter what. Praise up to him.
Yeah. Hopefully a speedy recovery, but we'll see. We'll see how that works out. And I could tell once he got hurt, it was just like the energy sucked from them in the first half. It was just like, damn, there goes half of our playbook. Now we got to readjust. And finally, and shout out to the Chargers. They came and showed up, and they came to play on both sides of the football. They did. That man Tart is a terror. He was terrorizing all night. Smacked Travis Kelce upside his head. Batted like several balls down with them big ass hands he got.
That's a big boy right there.
He is a big boy. He's a baller though. I give him that. Dude can play. And our defense, Spags, I implore you, stop putting Shamari Connor in the slot, man. I mean, we've been asking you this since last year, man. Stop putting him in the slot. That man looks lost in the slot, like every time. And Lamb McCarthy was open, like down him and Keenan Allen was gashing us for 15, 20 yards, 15, 20. And then you make the all-time Mr. Drop passes look like damn near, he look like Calvin Johnson out there, Quentin Johnson. Caught 2 passes, 2 touchdowns. Like this in the pass rush, Chris Jones. I'm gonna put you to the side. I ain't too much worried about you. Hey, George Karlaftis, man. I need to talk to you, player. You got paid this offseason. Now, I wouldn't have did it. I'd have paid Trent McDuffie first. That's just me. But you got paid this offseason, brother, and you still got the same moves that you've been doing since you got in this league. The same power bull rush. You bull rush up the middle or up the side. The left tackle pushes you away from the quarterback. The quarterback steps up, and then you try to, effort your way back to get to the quarterback. And sometimes it works. But I need you to get some moves, man. Some swim moves or something. You in your 4th season, and you got paid, brother. And I got high expectations for you now, George Karlaftis, because Chris Jones, they're gonna double team him. Mm-hmm. The whole game plan for any offense is where is 95 at? If we can get his ass out the way, we ain't worried about these other dudes. Yeah. Charlie O, where you at, player? You supposed to be trying to get paid this offseason. They told you weren't worth all that. You finally here for a full season. Beginning of the season, because these past 2 years you was suspended and then you was hurt. Now you fully healthy. Where were you at? Mike Dana, I ain't really tripping on Mike Dana because Mike Dana ain't a pass rusher. He's a run stuffer. That's what he do. So I'm looking at Charlie O and I'm looking at George Karlaftis. Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Because if you can't get that, Spag can't continue to blitz. You're gonna leave somebody open. And teams are going to know that about you, and they're going to take advantage. And that's what the Chargers did. The Chargers are just that good. Yeah, even with their running game being okay-ish. Justin Herbert looked like the best player in the league on Friday. And it took Mahomes to do some magic. It took Mahomes to be like, I got to run and throw the football. And then Jawan Taylor. Do we gotta do this all year, man? We gotta do this all year, man. False starts, holding penalties. Hey, Andy Reid, Andy Heck. He do it again in another game. Put Jalen Moore in there.
No,
Bite the
they're
bullet.
not.
Put Jalen Moore in there.
They're
I'm
not
done. No, I'm done. I'm done, Mom. Put Jalen Moore in the game. I'm sick and tired of this dude and his snap count. He got his because he's too scared that he ain't gonna be able to block right. So he got to jump snap shit. That little move that he do. Look, you ain't Lane Johnson, brother. That man is mastered that. You didn't. And time and time again, you false start. Time and time again, you holding somebody. Drive, kill. I'm talking about drives where we're moving the ball down the field. We're starting to get a little momentum here. Here it comes. Holding number 74. Now you can back this up. Now we got to either punt or kick a field goal. Drive killers, bro. Travis Kelce, where you at, man? You said you was in the best shape of your life. You had that one touchdown. He could have had another touchdown had you not stopped your route. Who you stopping your
that was
route
bad.
for?
Even Patty was crazy. Like, what do you do?
I'm just saying, you stopped your route. Why are you stopping? If you just keep going, that's a walk-in. Like, touchdown. That would have changed the momentum of the game right there. I think if we had tied the game up, now you put pressure on the Chargers. The Chargers, when they don't have pressure on them, they play like this. When you start putting pressure on these players, Justin Herbert and all them, that's when the Chargers start charging. That's when they start fumbling the football, Justin Herbert throwing picks and stuff. When you put pressure on these dudes, when they have to go get it, they have to go get it. And even on that last play, Chris Jones, man, you know you ain't got nobody on the outside, fam. Why are you going inside to try to get the sack, man? Contain on the outside. The whole plan is to get the ball back. It's 3rd and 14. Contain the outside. Live to fight another day. Get the ball back to Patrick Mahomes and let Patrick Mahomes work. I digress. All I'm saying, y'all gotta fix this because the Eagles is coming in town. Y'all better fix it. I'm gonna tell you right now. We go down 0-2. My man on the right over here gonna be unbearable. Now I don't want to hear his mouth. I don't. He already feeling good because his Raiders won. They beat the Patriots anyway. But he already have his Raiders won. But y'all better fix this. I'm not really too much worried about the offense. I'm not worried about the offense. But I am, Andy, you better run that damn ball.
You ain't got no one to run the ball with.
Yes, we do.
Ooh.
Isaiah Pacheco had 5 yards of carry.
Man,
He had 5 yards of carry. Run the ball.
Right.
He was getting 5 yards a clip when he was running it. Give him the ball. How you supposed to get a rhythm if you don't run it? I'm not telling the man to be out Saquon Barkley. Just give them something to respect. You can't have Patrick Mahomes dropping back 30, 40 times again. We can't do that. You're going to kill him. You're going to wear his ass out. Goddamn. Like, run the ball just a little bit in. Just a little bit. Use the screen game. Damn. All right, I digress. Go ahead, man. Go ahead and say what you
Man, I love this, man. I love seeing my man just going off on his team, man. It's a beautiful day for me, man. I live for
week
moments
one,
like
though.
this.
It's week one.
It's week one, man. You know what I mean? Y'all the only AFC West team that didn't get a win. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, you know, we'll see what's up, man. So I think it's the first time y'all been in last place in a long time.
We've been here before.
Oh, y'all been here before? Okay, well, it might stay a little bit longer this time. We'll see, man. At the end of the day, was I impressed by the Chiefs? I was not. I was not impressed at all. I think there's a lot of issues with this team. Receiving core can't get no separation. You already got 2 of your top receivers out for the foreseeable future. Obviously, you'll get Rasheed Rice back here after week 6. Hopefully, Xavier Worthy for you guys can come back a little bit sooner than expected. Hollywood Brown had a decent game, but even then, you know, how much faith are you going to have in Hollywood week by week? Travis Kelce looks old. I told you, I think the O-line has its issues. I know you have a little bit more confidence in them than me. I still think they have their issues. I saw Patrick Mahomes running for his life quite a few times, me personally. I'm still not convinced that you guys have a solid running game. I get it. He ran for 5 yards a clip, but I'm still not going to put a whole bunch of faith in Isaiah Pacheco or Kareem Hunt. But look, man, I think the thing is with this team is I think it's the most known thing, known to man. I think me personally, and I think everybody kind of even said it on the Twitter sphere, is Tyreek Hill about to be on this team by Halloween. He about to be on this team by Halloween. Like, we all see it coming. We all see it coming. No Chiefs fans can say it, bro. They got that trade already in the works right now. You know it, I know it. You know it, I know it. Tyreek Hill will be a Chief by Halloween, and then everybody will be like, oh, here come the Chiefs. They're going to start throwing the ball more. Tyreek Hill don't look like Tyreek Hill. We all know it's coming, bro. Like, let's stop. Y'all going to have Tyreek Hill on one side, Rashee Rice on the other side. Xavier Worthy going to come back, and then y'all going to be like, we're back. We know it, man. Stop doing that.
I don't know it because that contract. We got to see how to fit that contract.
That's why you're smiling.
We got to see how we fit that contract.
You know it, and I know it. The NFL is going to find a way to get Tyreek Hill on this
the
team.
NFL, that Roger Goodell's going to figure it out.
They do, bro. Bro, the NFL is like the WWE. They're going to make sure everything is right going into the playoffs. They know how to run the league. I've bigged them up. I've even talked mess about how Adam Silver has handled the NBA because they're not even on the same level as the NFL right now. They just know how to handle this stuff. It is legit. We know Tyreek Hill will be a Chief. We know this. We're going to talk about that Dolphins game because they are dog water. But I think this might have been the best Justin Herbert has looked ever. Me personally, he looked like the quarterback that everybody has been doubting as being the second coming up there with Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and your boy Patrick Mahomes and Joe Burrow. Like, he looked like he should be up there, and like this is the first time I can say that he looked solid. And look, Omarion, I love you, brother, but you got to be smarter. Like it's like you got all the talent in the world, but disrespectfully, you don't use this sometimes. You know what I mean? Like some of the cuts and angles that you do. Not running out of bounds when Chiefs had no timeouts. That gave Harrison Butker gave them a chance to put points on the board when they should have never had a chance to get points on the board. Like that, those are situations how that drops your production, brother. That gets you off the field. You are super talented, brother, but you got to be smarter than that. Najee Harris, get out of here, bro. Like, I don't know why he even he was just a waste of Quentin Johnston, bro. Like, he looked really good. Ladd McConkey is a beast. Like, I love this wide receiving core. I even think Trey Harris can one day even add some addition to this team. I think this team can be really, really scary. Keenan Allen. I'm excited for that matchup with my team next week. See how we kind of match up with each other. The defense overall looks solid. The defensive line got some pressure. Derwin James is flying. He looks really healthy this year. Yes, Chargers are going to charge it, man. I think this game and the other games, the other teams in the division, I think this division is going to be tough. It's going to be tough, man. I don't think it's easy for any team to win this division. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw multiple teams make the playoffs within this division. This division is going to be really, really good. I really believe that with all these teams, man. So am I worried about the Chiefs? No, I think they'll still make the playoffs and all that. I just think they have some things they got to wire out. And I truly believe that Tyreek Hill will be on this team. Wow. That's my prediction.
I got to see the contract, man. That contract too much. You know?
They'll figure it out, bro. They're not worried about that.
They'll figure it out.
I think ain't the Hunts like the fifth richest ownership in the league or some shit like that?
I don't know about all that. We're a small market team. We're a small market team, man. What are you talking about riches?
All right, bro. Tyreek Hill will be on that squad. You know it.
All right, let's talk about it, man. The Cardinals beat the Saints 20-13. The Cardinals jumped on an early lead and just kind of kept it. Now, the Saints had a chance to tie the game up at the end. Spencer Rattler, he had a solid game. It wasn't great. It was mid. It was solid. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't bad. He wasn't great. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna say they're the worst team in the league, but they're one of them.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say they're the worst because we're gonna talk about the worst team in the league now, right now. But they're one of them, and there might be by week 5 some of these players might be gone. So the Cardinals, yeah, you know, Kyler Murray had an okay game. It was okay. I do like what I see from Trey Benson, though. He had a couple big runs. The defense is not bad, but they playing the Saints, so it's hard to measure the defense. Will Johnson.
Looked
He's gonna
amazing.
be one of these top corners in this league, man. He was locking shit down. So
Yeah,
shout out to
Buda
him.
Baker looked amazing too.
Yeah, Buda Baker's one of the best safeties in this league. So, and their defensive line looks like it is improved, but let's see it when they face somebody like the Niners and Seattle, and, you know, teams in there, the Rams in their division. You know what I'm saying? So,
Do you think we're seeing the transition of Trey Benson being a starter?
yeah, I thought that was gonna happen regardless.
Because it seems like they're limiting James Conner a little bit more than what they normally did. They didn't give him the ball as much as normal.
Yeah, because I think Trey's just more explosive. You're gonna get more explosive runs from him.
He's a younger guy. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he's gonna get more explosive runs. He can hit his head he can hit one cut and hit his head on the goalpost. Whereas James Cook is more of a, you know, methodical 4-yard here, 5-yard here, goal line, short yardage type back. That's what he is. And he's been effective with that, but that's who he is right now. So
yeah,
we'll see.
I just think with this, the Cardinals got so much explosion. I love how they were using Marvin Harrison Jr. though. Yeah. I love how they were using him. They were using him a lot more instead of him just being like a straight down deep threat. Like they had him in the slot, they had him on the inside. He looked really good. Like Kyler Murray is my boy. That's my guy, bro. But I need to see more, bro. I need to see more, or I'm gonna start being on the side of like I get why people do not like Kyler Murray and him not being on this team in the foreseeable future. And then I'll say this one thing about the Saints. Like, there's really not much to say, but I'll say this one thing: free my man Alvin Kamara and Chris Olave. Y'all gonna get Chris Olave killed. Y'all trying to get Chris Olave killed at this point because he took a bad hit the other day, especially with all his head injuries. And I think Alvin Kamara is still explosive. Like I think he only had 11 carries, 45 yards. He had 2 catches for 12. He had 1 TD, but I think Alvin Kamara could be one of those guys on the trade deadline that could swing the like honestly, man. Who Alvin? It's gonna be. I could honestly see one of those two guys. I could see either Hill. I could see them either going after Kamara or Hill. Maybe more so Kamara because it might. I agree with you with the contract situation. I still believe it's going to be Tyreek Hill, but that's just me. But no, I think Alvin Kamara, even with a situation where maybe he can go to the Cowboys, I can see that situation. Maybe he goes there. Maybe a situation where if the Ravens feel a little bit froggy, I know they still got Derrick Henry, but maybe have that 1-2 pop. I know they got Keaton Mitchell too, but maybe they might want to we're going to go all in this year. Let's trade for Alvin Kamara for the second half of the year, especially Derrick Henry keeps fumbling the ball or something like that. But Derrick Henry's good. But we'll talk about
he don't do that.
I know. I'm just talking mess. But I'm just giving some kind of different scenarios of maybe where Alvin Kamara go. But please free those two guys because I think they could be huge contributors to any team that has chances. To win the championship.
Free Shaheed, what's his name? Shaheed, dude. You get him somewhere.
Free him. Free Chris. Free Juwan Johnson. Free our man, tight end, homie. You know what I'm saying? Free him all.
Yeah. The Colts gave the Dolphins the beats. It wasn't even close, y'all. The Dolphins are the worst team in the league. Two of them might be one of the worst quarterbacks in the league.
Easy.
Like, he's terrible.
2.7 QBR rating. 2.7 QBR rating. It's crazy. I think even Adam Schefter says they have like a metric where it rates a team with their performance like 1 to 100. I think they were at like a 1 or a 2. It's like one of the worst ratings of all time.
It's bad. Tyreek Hill on the sideline, he's like, man, get me the fuck out of the team, dog.
Let's get out of
it. Get me out of this team, dog.
Jalen Waddle got hurt.
Yeah, he got hurt. I saw that. He got hurt. It's all bad with the dog. Mike McDaniels, he's not gonna make it past next week, dog.
They should have hired Brian Flores. Like, look, Mike McDaniels is a great offensive mind, but that team just has no soul, bro. That team has no soul, no character, no nothing. Even the way like he just kind of is in his press conferences, it just gives you this shucks. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I don't know, man. Mike McDaniels, I think he's a great offensive mind, but I don't think he's a great head coach, man. They're gonna. I think he's gonna get fired before Halloween.
He'll be a part of the Sean McVay or Kevin O'Connell or Mike Flores coaching staff by week 7.
shit, I think the Texans should fucking look into him because we'll get into that team. They need creativity over there. That's another story.
But
Sorry for skipping ahead, but some of these storylines just kind of fit together, man. You know what I mean?
But shout out to my man Daniel Jones. My man, don't mess it up, Danny. Just play within the offense, dog. Man was 20 for 29, 272 yards and a touchdown. I think he ran 2 of them in. Yeah, ran 2 of them in. Jonathan Taylor had a solid game. Michael Pittman had a solid game. His defense with Lou Amarant. See, they was trying to say Lou was the problem with Cincinnati. We won't talk about Cincinnati. Lou was the problem. Nah, Lou wasn't the problem. It was the defense and pieces over there that y'all.
Hey man, Cam Bynum, bro. He knows where the ball's at, bro. He just gets turnovers, and he might have the best celebrations in the league currently right now. I think that defense is. I even said it. I think the Colts defense can be one of the more surprising defenses in the league and be maybe even compete for being one of the best. Like I know they announced Charvarius Ward is in concussion protocol, so hopefully he's able to get out of that. But with that line with Latu and Zaire Franklin and you got Charvarius Ward, you got Bynum, you got DeForest Buckner, like that squad is nasty, bro. It's nasty, bro. Like that's a great defense right there. If Daniel Jones could just keep doing that, Jonathan Taylor, they got weapons all across that team too, man. They might win that division, man. I don't know. I know it's only week 1, but they look good.
Yeah, for sure. Raiders beat the Patriots 2013. Anyway, no, I'm just playing.
Don't disrespect. Don't do that, dog. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Nah, y'all beat them 20-13. Geno Smith had a really good game. 24, 34, 362 yards, a touchdown, 1 INT. Genty had a touchdown. It was the Brock Bowers show, man.
Yeah.
Brock Bowers, he's the best tight end in the league right now, dog. I was watching that game. Man.
Yeah.
That man was
he'll be fine. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. He already said he'll be all right with the knee injury, so it was just like a little tweak.
He had a little knee snag, but Jacoby Myers had a good game too. 8 catches, 97 yards. And yeah, man, y'all look good. Defense look pretty good. We're gonna see. Y'all were playing the Patriots, so we're gonna see next week.
Well, look, man. Everybody had the Patriots, being this team. Like they had Drake May being this great quarterback that was one of the better young quarterbacks in this league. But I even said I think I need to see a lot more from Drake May. I thought I was going to see more touches from Trevion Henderson. They didn't even give him the ball that much, surprisingly. But he had a couple moments where he looked like he could explode. But our defense was able to swarm him up. Dante Thornton, man, that dude, keep an eye out for that guy. That guy is going to be good, man. He had a couple really good catches. Brock Bowers, obviously, he looked amazing. That tandem. Like the thing about our offense is, bro, we have so many layers to our offense. We have a deep threat in Trey Tucker, who I think is solid. Dante Thornton, he's a fast, big receiver. Our middle with Brock Bowers, Michael Mayer, Jack Betch, Jacoby Myers, all those guys can be either deep threats or even in the middle, slants and all that. We got some big bodies. The only thing that makes me a little nervous about this team is our running game. Our run blocking was terrible. Ashley Genty was just getting swarmed. He couldn't get no kind of holes for that offensive line. That's the only thing that made me worry, but hopefully they can kind of fix that. Jackson Powers, man, he has to be a whole lot better. But our defense played a lot better. They played really good. Malcolm Kuntz looked good. Tyree Wilson had a couple moments in the game. Max Crosby's only going to be Max. Hopefully, Landon Roberts. I haven't checked on him. He got injured during the game, so hopefully he's not out for long. So prayers up to him. But overall, man, Geno looked really good. 24 for 34, 362 yards, 1 TD. He had one bad interception where I think he was trying to force feed. I think it was either Brock Bowers or Michael Mayer. And it tipped up, and then he was able to get picked off. But besides that, he had a pretty much clean game. It was quarterback play we haven't seen since Derek Carr's MVP style year that he had, where we were the number 1 seed heading into the playoffs. But man, I'm really excited to see how this team plays against the Chargers. I think that will be a real test, at home against that tough squad. I think that game could be game of the week next week, man. I think I'm really excited to see how that is. And it's definitely a breath of fresh air that Brock Bowers will be fine. I was a little nervous, hearing about him being a knee, but even Brock said he'll be fine. Coaching staff said he'll be all right. It was just kind of Nick. He even said that he could have even came back in the game, but it was more of just precautionary reasons why they held him out. They felt like they had control of the game, and then honestly, the energy in this locker room, man. Pete Carroll and what he has the attention of this locker room. You can kind of feel the energy. You can kind of feel the hope of this locker room. Something we haven't seen. I know we saw little bits and glimpses of that with Antonio Pierce, but at least but the difference between them is Pete Carroll has the legacy. He has the resume that backs up all the talk, and he has the championships. He has the rings, and people are going to be big believers in that. So yeah, man, I'm excited for this team, and I'm excited. I'm definitely excited for next Monday night for sure. Shout out to the Raiders, man. Raiders! Let's go.
Anyway, so Steelers played the Jets, and it was actually a really good game. I thought it is better than what I thought it was going to be.
Really good game.
Steelers beat the Jets 34-32. My man, what's his name? Boswell on a game-winning field goal. Aaron Rodgers, Aaron, 240 yards, 4 touchdowns. He looked really good out there. Ain't gonna lie to y'all.
Yeah, he did.
I can't hate on Aaron Rodgers, man. He might be the cog for the Steelers. Now that defense need to get fixed because Justin Fields is doing whatever he wants. Garrett Wilson, man, that kid is a baller, dog. Like Breece Hall too. Breece Hall had a really good game. 19 carries,
really
170 yards.
Garrett
He looked like the
Wilson,
old Breece Hall. Looked like old Breece Hall. Garrett Wilson, 7 catches, 95 yards. Like, I don't know, man. And we might have to look at the Jets too. I know it's the first week. The Jets might be better than what people think they are. Justin Fields might be better than what y'all said, Maul.
No, this is the best I've seen him throw the football. Like he was throwing the football exceptionally well yesterday.
So, hey man, this was a good ass game though. It really was. I was vastly surprised. Out of all the games, because it was a lot of low scoring games. Out of all the games that I thought was gonna go over, this wasn't it.
Yeah,
it ended up being it. And Jalen Ramsey had the play of the game.
That hit was nasty. Fields didn't help that either. He kind of laid it up for him. That was an alley-oop hit right there. It really was. Floated that ball up. So
he hit Garrett Wilson. It was dope at the end. You know, Garrett Wilson went and showed him some love. You know what I'm saying? Good sportsmanship.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? But no, shout out to the Steelers and shout out to the Jets. They gave us a game. That's what we be asking for, man. Win or lose, we want to see exciting games. Man. We want to see that boring ass shit. Man.
It was a highly competitive game. Highly competitive game. Like these two teams look like they could potentially have a chance to make the playoffs. Like the Steelers, defensively, they didn't look too good. They had some moments, but Aaron Rodgers looked really good, man. He looked comfortable. I was a little bit worried, especially him not participating in the preseason games, him coming to camp a little bit, coming to the team a little bit late. But that kind of shut me up with that performance. The 4 TDs, 22 for 30. Really, really good. The running game was a little bit undesirable. Jalen Warren only had 11 carries, 37 yards. Caleb Johnson just did not. I know he didn't get a lot of touches, but the one touch that he did get, it was -2 yards. So I expect better from Caleb Johnson a little bit. I do expect better, but DK Metcalf, he was spreading the ball around. Aaron Rodgers. DK Metcalf for injury. Yeah. Calvin Austin looked good. This is a team that I think if they can add another receiver, I think this might be even this could be a Tyreek Hill team or a Chris Olave team. Like I think if they add one more receiver, I think we can be talking some real situation with the Steelers and this offense being really explosive. So but man, shout out to the New York Jets, man. Again, I think this might have been the best passing I've seen from Justin Fields. Like it looked crisp, it looked like he knew where he wanted to go. He's very accurate. Obviously, we know the explosion that he has athletically and what he can do for that offense. And you pair him up with Breece Hall. I'm surprised we didn't see a lot more RPOs between those two. I think that's something they can look into as well. And obviously, you still got Braylon Allen and all those guys. Garrett Wilson looked really good. So, hey, man, I ain't mad. You expect better from this Jets defense, but again, they don't have Robert Saleh helping them out no more. So that's something they got to look out. But you still got Aaron Glenn. But it was a promising performance for the New York Jets fans. I think both fan bases should, even with the loss, I think they should keep their heads up high and be positive about this team, both of these teams for sure.
They got the Buffalo Bills next. This is gonna be an interesting game.
Oh, the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
They play them tough. And I'm gonna talk about the Bills. I'm gonna talk about the Bills here in a little bit. I think a lot of people are high praising them, but I'm gonna talk about them. But we'll get to it.
I got a full clip for the Buffalo.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be right there with you, bro. I'm gonna be right there with you. Bro. I'm gonna be right there with you. People are saying some wild shit right now about the Bills. I'm We'll get to it.
The Washington Commanders, they beat they handled the Jets. It wasn't pretty, but they handled. Russell Wilson was running for his damn life.
Yeah, he was. That offensive line was atrocious.
I don't know how the Jets continuously picking the top 5, and they got the offensive line problems that they have every year, year in, year out. What is up with your scouting team that they can't pick viable offensive linemen?
Yeah.
Y'all have been having this problem for probably a good vast 10 to 15 years. And y'all still talking about your offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
It don't matter what quarterback y'all got back there. If he running for his damn life, I don't even want y'all to put Jackson Dart out there. The kid gonna get beat up. Like, what we doing here? We was expecting something from y'all. And then you put all this pressure on the defensive line. They gonna get tired. I saw the timeline and people talking about this defensive line overrated. No, they was fucking tired. Because it was 3 and out. About the 10th 3 and out. Like, damn, man. Back on the field.
Yeah.
I gotta chase Jaden Daniels now. God
right.
I know. Wow. Now I did see this one video. This dude crashed out on Abdul Carter. He rushed the passer and he kind of like stopped like he's playing basketball.
Nah, yeah.
But he could have just hit him. He could have just hit Jaden Daniels. He was like, he crashed out on him. But outside of that, this offense looks horrible. Free my man Malik Neighbors, man.
And Tyrone Tracy Jr. My God. Please.
Oh my God, man, please.
Oh, and it's kind of crazy. I built up the Giants too. I'm like, the Giants gonna be good. I'm shouting out Joel. I'm shouting out all the Giants fans, and y'all lay this big ass egg. I'm like, I try to give y'all a little bit of clout, and y'all can't even give me nothing. I'm like, bro, get out of here, bro. At this point, I agree with you. Jackson Dart, don't start that man. Don't get that man killed. He does not deserve that. He is y'all future. I expected more from this team offensively for sure. Like, you have weapons across it, like Rondell Robinson, like Malik Neighbors, even Cam Scatterboo had a couple runs that were hard hitting. Like, he had a couple really great blocks on the passing game. Like, Cam Scatterboo popped out on the screen too. But I'm gonna say this, man, Washington gonna be nasty, bro. Debo out there being Debo. Terry McLaurin, he's still ramping up, coming, not participating in training camp. So you already know we're gonna get him. Ja'Cory Krosky Moret, oh my God, that boy gonna be good. He's your starting running back, bro. And I get it, you got Austin Eckler, but he need to be your starter, bro, at that point. And Jaden Daniels, I've been said it. I don't need no more proof that Jaden Daniels is gonna be a top quarterback. He's a top quarterback. He is who he is. Like, there's no change in that. Zach Ertz is Zach Ertz. Noah Brown. Like, they got a lot of squad. And this defense is going to be better than people anticipated. I think this defense is going to be, I'm not saying they're going to be the best defense, but I can see them being maybe a top 10, top 15 defense, and that's all you really need. Just get some key stops and all that. As long as Marshawn Lattimore can stay healthy, as long as these guys can stay healthy, Bobby Wagner and Lattimore. You got Kinlaw, you got Frankie Louvu. Deron Payne looked really good. Like, they're going to be flying. They got a huge game, though, coming up on Thursday. I can't wait to watch that game. That's going to be huge going up against the Packers. So I'm truly excited to see that. They're going on the road to Green Bay. So I can't wait to see that. We're gonna get a real true story on how both of these teams are going to be for foreseeable future. But that's going to be a great Thursday night game for sure. Can't wait. But shout out to the Commanders, man, for a dominant win. I don't care who it was. It was a dominant win.
Yeah, for sure. The Jacksonville Jaguars dominated the Panthers. I know they had a little weather delay too in the second half, so the game went a little longer than usual. Bryce Young, he had his few throws, but he had a hard day.
Yeah, it was tough. That's my guy.
Yeah, I mean, he had a little hard. They had some drops too. Had a couple bad picks, but
Yeah.
you know, Trevor Lawrence was okay. He didn't have to do much. It was the Travis Etienne show. That's what.
Show my boy some love, man. Show him some love. Say it from the rafters, bro. Travis Etienne is back, boy. Back. He look explosive too. He looked like he looked like Clemson.
He was sick and tired of Tanks Bigsby getting all his carries. He was like, man, you better get to the back, player. And my man balled out. 16 carries, 153 or 43 yards, and 8.9 yards a carry. Like, yeah, my man balled out, man. He balled out. Shout out to Travis, man. Shout out to Travis. But I need y'all to get the ball to Brian Thomas Jr. a little bit more.
Yeah, just a little
Liam Cohn, man. You got a gold mine over here, dog. And you need to figure out a way to get Travis Hunter involved too.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you ain't gonna face the Panthers all the time.
Nah, yeah.
So I need y'all. I get it. It's early. Y'all, you still figuring out this team. You're a young coach. You're still figuring it out. So I ain't gonna kill you. I'm just saying, open it up just a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Travis Etienne. He won y'all this game, and because it was a lot of just field goals. And too much.
Yeah, they had the long
Jacksonville's defense was actually really good in this game too. Jacksonville's defense really showed up in this game, so I got to give them some love. But outside of that, Panthers, I'm picking y'all to make it to the damn playoffs. Y'all got to pick it up, man. Y'all can't have showings like this. Y'all had so much momentum going into this season. I need more from y'all. Come on, man. I don't need to see the Bryce Young that before he got benched. I need the Bryce Young after he got benched. So y'all got to pick it up. Stop dropping them damn passes too.
Yeah, man. Both of these quarterbacks were really disappointing. I'm not even gonna cap. I have a lot of high hopes, especially for Bryce Young. I expected more from him. Like I like you see it with him. Like he can be that true starting quarterback. I don't know what it was. Maybe I don't know if it was the weather delay or anything like that just kind of caused him just to go into the little funk. But when he had the 2 INTs, that wasn't really good. Kind of reverted back to the Bryce Young that a lot of people were just pretty disappointed with. Chuba, he had an okay game. He only averages 3.6 yards. Tech, he has his flashes. Hunter, Xavier Leggett, like my boy, you're about to be on the same path with me that I'm talking. That how I talk about Najee, you're about to be on the same pathway, bro. That ass, like, bro, you just it's just nothing about you that really screams out that you're an NFL quality receiver at this point. Like you have the body type and all that, and you have the cool, country accent, but as far as on that football field, I have not seen it. Shout out to Travis Etienne. I agree with you. Very explosive. They have a lot of weapons on their squad, Burn Strange. Don't forget about Diami Brown coming from the Commanders, man. He's a really good receiver. Travis Hunter, I agree with you. Brian Thomas needs to see the ball a little bit more. Duval needs to get more creative, though. Trevor Lawrence needs to be sunshine. He needs to be sunshine because with all these weapons, there's no point why this team should score less than 24 points a game. This team should be scoring. This should be one of the more higher proficiency offenses, especially with a mind like Mr. Duval. So we'll see. I don't know who they play next. They play the Bengals next at the Bengals. So I think that'll be a great matchup between both of those teams. You know what I mean? I know we're going to talk about the Bengals here in a little bit, but we'll see. I expect more from both of these quarterbacks, though. It was a pretty truly disappointing performance.
The Cincinnati Bengals beat the Cleveland Browns 17-16. Joe Burrows had a very pedestrian day. His offensive line is going to get him killed because Orlando Brown Jr. was getting smoked by Myles Garrett.
Yeah, Myles Garrett, bro. I almost saw a dead body with Joe Burrow, bro. I was trying to get Joe Burrow killed. God damn.
Oh, man. My man Joe Burrow's 14-23, 113 yards and a touchdown. If I told you that, I would have said they lost by 30.
Yeah.
But their defense actually showed up today. Because of Joe Flacco wasn't no bad. I mean, he had 290 yards, but he had a couple of interceptions too. So
yeah,
he gave the ball away. That last interception that just bounced off of Jerry Jeudy's hands and into the defense, which sealed the game. Mm-hmm. I think the Browns probably should have won this game.
They should have named Mr. Field Goal.
Yeah, and that's another thing. These damn field goal kickers, man. Boy, these damn field goal kickers ruining games. But yeah, that what's his name? Hopkins, I think his name is. He missed a field goal earlier, and they was chasing that point the whole game.
Yeah.
He could never get it. And then finally Flacco made he threw the ball to Jerry Jeudy at the end, bounced off his hands, and the corner picked it off and won the game for him. So
yeah.
Bengals are 1-0, but they don't deserve it. And they look like the worst team in this division.
Not been said that. Obviously this offense is going to look better. I don't expect this offense to look this putrid, but I think the Browns defense is really good. The offensive line is just sus. Dylan Sampson looked really good. I'll say that about the Cleveland Browns offense. He looked really good. Kind of disappointed me because I got Jerome Ford on my fantasy and he just didn't do nothing. Waste of a pick. God damn.
You better drop him because Quinton Juggins is coming.
No. Yeah, so they're gonna get Quish on. I think it's only a matter of time before these rookies start. Like Joe Flacco, it's like I don't know what you expect from Joe Flacco. Like he'll give you decent numbers. Like he might win you a game or two, but he's not gonna do anything. I think at this point, this team needs to understand what they need to do, and that's try to figure out if any of these two rookie quarterbacks are going to be their future. If not, you got a draft class that's coming up with Sellers and Nussmeier and who else, maybe some other quarterbacks that may flash up, Sam Levitt, some of these other guys where you might need to make that pick. So I think it's better now. No one has any championship expectations with this team. So why not just get a head start on trying to figure out if these two rookie quarterbacks can do anything for this offense? But as far as the Bengals though, like I don't know. I agree with you. This team should have lost. I was really truly unimpressed. All that hype with Joe Burrow and this offense, being this explosive. Like I don't know. Obviously, we expect more from this team. I know this team kind of killed a lot of fantasy teams as well because with their performances as well, we expected more. But I expect this offense to be better. You know what I mean? I just think the Cleveland Browns it will be better, especially against the Jags. We'll see how it goes against the Jags. You know what I mean? I'll be curious to see if Travis Hunter gets that matchup against Jamar Chase or T. Higgins on the defensive side. See how that goes. But overall, this was a disappointing game.
Very disappointing. The Buccaneers beat the Atlanta Hawks 23-20. This was a good back and forth game. Michael Penix made some plays at the end, especially when he got that first down at the goal line. They end up scoring on that drive. But they got the ball at the end, marched it down, got to field goal range, and I just knew that young Hoku was gonna miss that kick because that's what he do. That's what he do. Every year, when it's a pressurized situation, this dude consistently misses. And I don't understand why they still got this man employed.
Yeah, I don't know.
When they set up that field, I said he gonna miss it. Watch, and lo and behold, shanked it to the right. I knew it. Messed up Michael Penix's comeback. But you know what? I like what I saw from Michael Penix. I thought he controlled the offense pretty well. Bijan Robinson is a beast. You know what I'm saying? Like,
get him more touches. What are y'all doing? Get him more touches. What are they doing? Sorry to cut you off, but
no, you're right. But I've been telling you that. But that's neither here nor there. But Michael Penix Jr., he looks like he has solidified himself at least as the starting quarterback of this franchise right now. And my man looked really good. He was very accurate with the football. He made some good throws to Drake London and Ray McLeod. I know Darnell Mooney didn't play in this game, so it's gonna be interesting to see what they look like when he comes back. But I'm with you. Give Bijan the ball, man. What y'all doing, man? He had a big run for a touchdown. It's like y'all don't want to give him the ball anymore. I get it. You got a quarterback that you want to throw the ball down the field. Let's help my man out. What's up with a balanced attack? You got a freaking jet in the backfield. All gassed up, ready to go. Use them. And hey, Amika Buka, huh? That kid is a baller. He had a really good game. 2 touchdowns. I think like 70-something yards. But he's a baller. Tampa Bay might have found the dude that they're gonna pass that torch to. Mike Evans finally hanging them cleats up. He might be the number one wide receiver.
Yeah.
So
the Buccaneers might have the best. They could easily have the best offense in the league. Like they got Ted Johnson, you got Mike Evans, you're gonna get Chris Godwin Jr. back. like you got to make a Mike Evans is still Mike Evans. Like he's not changing. You got Irvin, you got Rashad White, you got Cade Otton, you got Cade Otton, you got Sterling Shepard. Like they could easily be the best offensive team. And Baker Mayfield, he had 3 TDs, no picks. He had a really solid game. The Bucs defense looks solid. I agree with you. I think Michael Penix Jr. looks really good. Again, I just don't understand the ratio of splitting these touches. Like Bijan Robinson, especially in this game. This is going to be the game that dictates who these two teams are pretty much going to be the teams that dictate who wins this division. So this is one of the games where you want to win the game. So if you want to empty out the clip for Bijan, this is the game you give Bijan 25 to 30 carries or 25 to 30 touches, whether it's in the passing game or whatever the case may be. You've seen the explosion. You see the explosion. Why is he only getting 12 carries for 24 yards? Why is he splitting carries with Tyler Algier? I like Tyler Algier. He's cool. He's a solid back. But this is Bijan Robinson you're talking about. I think Kyle Pitts showed some flashes. He had 7 catches for 59 yards. He has some flashes a little bit. But come on, man. What are we doing? There's too much talent on this offensive side for y'all to just get creative with these plays, man. What are y'all doing?
Yeah.
Buy Madden. Look up some goddamn play sheets. Do something. Do something. Like, this is ridiculous, bro. Come on, man. AJ Terrell looked amazing too. I'll say that. AJ Terrell and Jason Bates, they look really good too.
They did. They're come on. We'll start acting up now. All right. The 49ers beat the Seattle Seahawks 17-13. This was a dogfight. An NFC West dragged out dogfight. The Seahawks and the 49ers. Defensive battle. And the defense for Seattle was balling. And then Tyreek Woolen, man. He misjudged a couple of throws, man. He was right there for a couple picks, man. It just didn't go his way, especially that one that won the game for the 49ers pretty much. And it should have been a pick. Like, Brock Purdy threw up some gifts.
Yeah.
He was throwing up some gifts. But shout out to the 49ers. They got the dub. Christian McCaffrey, he looked pretty good. You know what I'm saying? They were out. Kittle got hurt as usual. He had a hamstring, so they were out him for most of the game. But they got some new tight end named Tungen who had like 3 touchdowns. He balled out. He was what's your name's favorite tight end? Ricky Purcell, white boy Ricky, balled out. He made some big catches in this game, and he did his thing, man. But I still think that Seattle probably should have won this game.
Yeah, get my man Seattle. Jackson Smith. Huh? My bad?
No, I was just saying I think Seattle should have won this game.
Yeah.
I think Purdy, like I said, you must throw some gifts.
Yeah, man. I think they need to give Jackson Smith and Jigba some help, man. Jackson Smith and Jigba looked really good. 9 receptions, 124. They just couldn't punch it in the end zone. You know what I'm saying? Sam Darnold and those guys, they couldn't do it. Christian McCaffrey looked like Christian McCaffrey. He had 22 carries, 69 yards, 9 receptions, 73 yards. I think that should give confidence in his calf issue. He kind of said he just had cramps, so it kind of makes you more solidified with that. Brock Purdy, like, look, I'm not a big Brock Purdy fan. I know people are still trying to think that Brock Purdy is this elite quarterback. I do not think he is. But, you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, your boy Scott Moore with a fumble. That's your boy right there.
Thank you, 49ers, for that pick. Appreciate it.
But to me, this was the Robert Saleh game. You see Robert Saleh's impact on that defensive side, and that's the main reason why the 49ers won this game is because Robert Saleh and this defense is going to be really good. Obviously, there was a scary moment with Fred Warner, but it looks like he'll be all right. But at the end of the day, man, the 49ers defense is going to be really good if Brock Purdy can just not turn the ball over. This 49ers team could be really solid and compete for this division. So, all the talk where I said that the 49ers are going to kind of like have this fall off, I might have been wrong, especially if this defense is going to keep performing like that. It's mainly with help with this team. If Christian McCaffrey can stay healthy and this defense can stay healthy, and eventually you're going to get Brandon Ayuk back and Kittle back and all that. We see what Ricky Purcell can do. I've been told y'all that Ricky Purcell is going to be a problem. 49ers could be an issue. They could look like the old 49ers where they're going to be this tough. They're always going to be a tough-minded team, man, and they're always going to be a tough out, man. So it comes down to Brock Purdy and controlling those turnovers. So, hey, man, shout out to the Niners team.
Yeah, shout out to the homie Heavy and shout out to homie Niner Mike. They were talking about it on Sports After Dark yesterday, saying that Robert Saleh was the biggest acquisition that they made last year, and you 100%. See why. You see why. So even though they asses won yesterday, is this the team I'm supposed to be scared of, Mo? The Denver Broncos. I'm supposed to be scared of Bo Nix.
Yeah.
I remember vividly that I've been saying this whole offseason. Can we see year 2 of Bo Nix before we crown this team? Look, me and Ma have been saying this defense is going to be top 5. Might be top 3. Might be top 2 and not 2.
Yeah.
That defensive line is really good.
Really good.
Shout out to my
back
man,
end's
Cam
good
Ward.
too. Back end's really good too.
Man. Yes. Shout out to my man Cam Ward, man. Like, he was running for his life. My man was running for his life.
Yeah.
They paid all that money for Dan Moore, and he's getting his ass kicked.
For real.
And Calvin Ridley, I'm watching you, buddy.
Bad drop.
Yeah. You're known for your bettings, man. Did you put some bets out there? Huh? DraftKings got to you? Yeah. Dropped the ball a couple times. Sold my man Cam Ward out. Damn. But that Denver defense won in this game. Because it showing the hell wasn't Bo Nix.
Nah. Bo Nix look like Will Levis out there. Let's call it spade. He look like Will Levis out there. Like, he got all the arm, but he had 2 bad picks. I'll say this. Go ahead.
It just seems like he's just like throw the ball up and hope for a prayer. Yeah. There's no nuance to his game.
Nah.
It's just throw it up to what's his name, Courtney Sutherland.
Yeah.
And hope he catches it. And he caught a couple of them. But that's it.
Yeah. And look.
Run, one more. And the RG Harvey run helped y'all. Because without that, I don't know.
Well, RJ Harvey looked good. I think the running game, the tandem of Harvey and J.K. Dobbins is really solid. You know what I mean?
Really
I like, RJ Harvey only had 6 carries, but he averaged 11.7 yards per carry. You know what I mean? He had 70 yards. I'm surprised they didn't give him the ball a little bit more. But maybe that's what they need to do because the offensive genius in Sean Payton, that he's been dubbed to be, where is it at? You know what I mean? So, again, this defense is going to be really good. I'm still not sold on this receiving core. I know you got Cortland Sutton and Troy Franklin and Evan Ingram and all that, but I'm still not sold on this receiving core. I think they should be one of those teams that maybe should hit the Tyreek Hill sweepstakes or whoever else might be available, like a Chris Olave. I could see a Chris Olave maybe fitting this team. I wouldn't want to see that, but like one of those guys. But at the end of the day, with Cam Ward and this team, like we knew they were not going to be a good team. I think Cam Ward's going to be a really good, solid quarterback. But they got a lot of holes on that offensive line. That defense, is going to be spry. They're going to get after the ball. They're going to tackle and all that. They're going to be a tough defensive squad. But Titans are just going to be the Titans at this point. Like unless Cam Ward is going to turn superhuman like he did in Miami. Like this team looks like a 3-win team, maybe a 2, the most at this point.
Yeah, I agree with you. The Packers put a beating of epic proportions on the line. This score is not indicative of this game.
No leash too. It just said, "Come here, you're going to follow me to this ass whooping right here." This press.
That 13 was a generous 13.
Yeah, very.
the Green Bay. They probably should have won by more. Green Bay Packers beat the the Lions 27-13. They had 6 for a long time.
Yeah.
It looked bad for the Lions, bro. They look lost out there with all that talent out there. And this is what all I was saying.
You both were saying.
Because we seen it before with the Eagles. The year after they lost to the Super Bowl to us, you lose Shane Steichen. You lose Jonathan Gannon. The Eagles didn't look right.
Yeah.
They were winning some of the games, but they did not look right. They looked out of sorts. They backdoored into the playoffs, and they caught a beating by the Buccaneers. And this Lions team is starting to just look. It's week 1. I'm gonna give this coordinators some time to work their stuff in, and maybe it's just one of those things. Maybe they just need to get used to the personnel and how to call plays and all that stuff. I'm not saying that the Lions are gonna be trash this year. I'm not saying they ain't gonna make the playoffs. Me and Ma picked them to make the playoffs this year. They got too much talent. But I do got a stat for you, Ma.
Let me hear it.
That I saw today. Jared Goff, his record when he doesn't have Sean McVay calling plays and when he doesn't have Ben Johnson calling plays. You want to know his record
What's
is?
that?
3-18-1.
That's bad. That's bad. That's bad. That's terrible. That is terrible.
3-18-1.
That's bad.
So that's something to look at. I'm just saying that offensive line didn't look right either.
Oh yeah, homie.
They was getting.
Didn't their center retire? Didn't he retire like right before training camp, something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rignall, I think his name is Ragnar. Yeah, he retired. But Rashawn Gary was giving them issues.
Yes.
Wyatt, the other kid, I forgot his name. Wyatt, I think his name is. He was killing them up the middle. They ain't need Micah Parsons.
And he still even has his moments. Yeah,
he had a sack. Once he get ramped up, that defensive line is going to be up.
Huge, fast, strong, and they know how to get to the ball.
And the crazy part was the offense wasn't even all that. Like Matthew go down a few catches.
Yeah.
Wicks had a few catches here and there, Reed and all them, but outside of that, and Jacobs was fine, but they didn't need to be great.
Hey, this could be another Tyreek Hill team. This could be another Tyreek Hill team. That's what I'm saying.
It might be. They might, if they want to go all in. Why not?
Seem like they want to.
Why not?
Seem like they want to. Like at this point, the coaches I saw a report from one of the reporters that reports from the Green Bay Packers that he might get fired if they don't do good this year. So he's fighting for a job. Him and Gutekunst.
Yeah. It's looking the Lions they got to figure it out, man, because they got too much talent on this team. You just paid Jameson Williams, you paid Amon St. Brown, you got Sam Laporta, you got that 2-headed monster running back, like you got Aiden Hutchinson on the defense. Terrion Arnold looks like he's trying to improve, but you got Brian Branch, who's one of the better safeties in this league. Yeah, like they got a nice squad over there. They got too much talent to be looking like this coming out. I get it. You playing in Green Bay. But
that ain't an excuse.
I'm just saying they look like this. They look like this in week 2.
They play the Bears. They play the Bears week 2. So we'll see what the Bears look like tonight. I'm excited to watch that game. But yeah, man, the Lions were putrid. It was just like, and I said it, man. You even stated it, man. We got to see what this team looks like without Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn. We got to see it, especially Ben Johnson. He was the creator of this offense. He had this offense down to the fingertips on what he wanted to do. He was the orchestra. He was pretty much the guy leading the orchestra. And you got rid of that guy, and it's just like the trombones is not fitting in with the violins, and the drummer is off beat with the guitars, and it just looks like a whole bunch of mess out on that offensive side. Like you had no rhythm and how you wanted to get who you wanted to give the ball to Jahmyr Gibbs, to David Montgomery. Sam Laporta had probably one of his better games we've seen in a long time with 6 receptions for 79 yards. We didn't see the Amon-Ra St. Brown that we used to see. That offensive line, gave Jared Goff the PTSD at that point. That defense was not doing anything to a degree. And again, Jordan Love, he had a solid game, 16, 22, 188 yards, 2 TDs, but it was nothing too, like, it wasn't like he had like a Lamar Jackson game or anything like that, or a Justin Herbert game or anything like that. Like, Josh Jacobs didn't have one of those Josh Jacobs games where he goes for 130 yards and 2 TDs. He had 1 TD. But I've even said it. I think this receiving core is not the best. Like, I think this receiving core can receive some upgrades. I know you got Matthew Golden, but he's a rookie. Like, how much do you expect? Like, yeah, I know we've seen the likes of like Malik Neighbors and Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson have great years, but Matthew Golden is not. I wouldn't put him on that category of level of receiver, though. Like, I wouldn't put him up there with the Jamar Chases and the Justin Jeffersons and the Malik Neighbors. I think he's a tier below that. I think he's still a really good receiver, but what do you expect from this kid? He's still trying to learn. So, and I don't even think he played too much in the preseason at that. So, but this team could still find its upgrades. But right now, the Lions are just it's not looking good out there in Motown. We'll see what's up when it happens to the Bears. If they lose to the Bears and Ben Johnson, Ben Johnson has, go ahead.
He's about to scheme up some shit.
Bro, I'm just saying, if the Bears score like 45 and the Detroit Lions only score like 10, oh man, the first thing you do on Monday is listen to Detroit radio. Because Detroit radio gonna go off. And I'm not saying he's gonna be in a hot seat, but there's gonna be some conversations. There's gonna be some conversations about Jared Goff and not Dan Campbell, but just the offensive coordinator and what is their plan, what they got going on, because there's a lot of pressure on this team to win. They should have been in the Super Bowl last year if they didn't have all these injuries, especially how they performed all year. You know what I mean? But it's tough.
I'm worried, Mo.
Worried about what?
I'm worried about CJ Stroud, man.
Yeah.
It's not looking good over there. I know it's week 1, man, but it's not looking good over there, bro. He don't look the same.
You think it's the offensive coordinator, though?
I know he's got his.
You think it's the offensive coordinator?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of everything, but he got to hold some.
True that. No, he has the ball in his hand, so
you got to hold some of the response. He made some throws yesterday. It was like, what the fuck are you throwing it to? Like, it was triple covered.
Yeah.
He threw some bad. He threw that one pick he threw. That was bad. That wasn't a good pick. That wasn't just like, I'm throwing it up and my receiver go get it type. Nico, go get this, and the dude just beat him. It was some like 3 or 4 guys over there, and you just threw it to him. Like, desperation. I know he had an offensive lineman that got hurt, and they had to shift and put this dude over here and all that. I get it, but I'm worried. The defense, I'm not worried about the Texans defense. Will Howard, Danielle Hunter, all them, they look like they prime.
Mm-hmm.
Derek Stingley Jr., he looked like he's still one of the best corners in this league. Their defense is going to keep them in games like they did yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
But offensively, they got to figure it out, bro. They got to figure it out, because it's going to be like last year, and it might be worse. They're gonna lose a lot of games like this, or the team just gonna figure out they're gonna wear that defense down and they're gonna blow them out. They're gonna be losing games like 27-10. Like, man, figure it out. But I'm worried about CJ Stroud, man. I am. I know it's week 1, but
I think this is one of the games where I think they truly miss Joe Mixon and the running game. You know what I mean? Obviously, they got to figure out if Joe Mixon is even going to be able to play this year. Nick Chubb looked cool, but you can't expect too much from him, with his age and the knee injuries and stuff like that. This might be a team that needs to look into maybe an Alvin Kamara or some kind of team to boost up this kind of offense. Maybe they could trade for another offensive lineman or something like that, or whatever. But I'm not. I understand the panic. I'm gonna hold out a little bit longer just to see what's up. It's first game. That Rams defense is really good too. We can't sleep on that. That Rams defense is solid as well. I think it could be up there too, especially that D line. I agree with you. It was a bad pick, but we'll see what's up, man. I'll give him a couple more weeks before I'll hit the true panic winner on CJ Stroud. I'm gonna hold out a little bit a little bit longer hope. I think they just have too many offensive weapons, especially with that receiving core. They can find a way to be explosive. So they had a slow start last year. Let's see what happens going into week 2.
For sure. But
I understand it. I understand the worry though. I do. I really do.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah.
It is not good. The Ravens. Hey, Raven fans, come to the center real quick. I'm gonna talk to y'all real quick. Come here. Bills fans, y'all go over there. I'm gonna talk to you in a minute because y'all over there getting gassed over here. What y'all doing, man? What's up with y'all? Why do y'all consistently do this? You know who leads the league in blown leads, Mo?
Harbaugh.
17 blown leads. You want to know another crazy stat? Teams who score 40 or more points are 277-0. That stat has changed. 277-1. Undisciplined football. How y'all let that happen? Derrick Henry, baby. What you doing, dog? He was having a great game, man. And you erased it with a fumble. And it just seemed like they just fell apart.
Yeah.
Just fell apart. You was up by 15 points in the fourth quarter. What, 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter? It was like 7 or 5 minutes, whatever it was.
There's like 4 minutes left, something like that.
And y'all blew the lead and lost and made Josh Allen look like the greatest thing ever. And Buffalo, don't get too happy because you should have lost this game. This offense because last year I thought y'all had figured it out, give James Cook a lot of get him some carries, balance it out. Don't make Josh Allen have to throw it 40 to 50 times. But y'all look like y'all done reverted to, hey, Josh, make something happen. Y'all ain't going to live off that because we know that Josh Allen, he get careless.
You should have had like 2 picks. You should have had like 2 picks yesterday. He should have had like 2 picks because he threw 2 tip balls. Yeah, actually threw more than a couple tip balls that should have been picked, but I ain't gonna say that. And then a couple in some of them cornerbacks' hands. They just couldn't keep it. So I'll let you go.
Yeah,
I'll
dropped
it when you're done.
No. I ain't tripping, but I'm just saying. You can't live off of this. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You cannot live off of Josh Allen make something out. Y'all better get James Cook involved. Y'all need a number 1 wide receiver. Keon Coleman looked decent. But you can't live off of, hey, just throw it up in the air for Keon Coleman. Because the man can't get separation to save his life. Khalil Shakir, he's a good receiver, but he's a number 2. He's a number 2. He's a slot guy. So I'm just saying, y'all should have lost that game yesterday. Y'all know y'all should have lost that game. And I get it. Y'all came back, y'all rallied, y'all won. But y'all can't live off of that all year. And then Ravens, y'all gotta figure out these big leads that y'all blowing. Like y'all was on y'all way looking like the best team in the league last night. Definitively, like, Ravens are the best team again. They didn't smoke Buffalo. And then y'all blew this lead. Now look at y'all. Y'all better get it together. That's all I'm saying. You can't keep rolling in these nights where Lamar Jackson balls out, where Derrick Henry balls out. Zay Flowers had a great game. And you lose. Go ahead.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not really worried about the Ravens. I think the only thing that keeps this Ravens team from winning championships is its coaching staff. I'm not worried about Lamar. I'm not worried about Derrick Henry. I'm not worried about Zay Flowers. I'm not even worried about this defense. This defense is going to be way better than what they showed last night. Like they're up. They were pretty much doing pretty good things. They should have way more turnovers. It just the luck of the bounce. Harbaugh and this. I don't know why they did not go for it on fourth down. I get it; they're on their side of the football field, but the Bills couldn't stop y'all. They couldn't stop Lamar on an RPO. They couldn't stop Derrick Henry. Like they couldn't stop Zay Flowers. You go for it on fourth down. Even if you don't get it, then you just have them score real quick, and then you have the ball with the chance to win the game with the final minutes with 3 timeouts or 2 or how many you would have had. But I would have put more. But it's just like the moment they fumbled the ball, it just seems like the Harbaugh and this coaching staff got into this. Oh, we want to protect this and not be too overzealous, and they just play not to lose, not to win the game. That's the problem with this coaching staff. They always play to not lose and not to go for the win. You have Lamar Jackson, who can be argued as the best quarterback in this league. He's always the MVP favorite every year. And then I don't want to hear this about, like Josh Allen showed why Lamar Jackson should have been MVP. No, he did not. Stop with that conversation. Lamar Jackson was the better quarterback last night. It's just that Josh Allen had the bounces. And if it wasn't for the Derrick Henry fumble, it would have been a blowout. They would have probably went down and scored again because they were moving the ball again. They would have went down and scored a touchdown. So I don't want to hear that. I think the Ravens will be just fine. I think the Ravens are the best team. I think they're up there with the Packers and the Eagles as being the top teams that are competing for being the best team. I'm not worried about the Ravens. The Ravens will be fine. Lamar Jackson will be fine. He knows it. They'll be all right. They need to learn how to win these games, but I think it comes down to that coaching staff. That coaching staff has been the fucking kryptonite to Lamar Jackson. And I'm going to keep saying that. We even said it in some of these playoffs last year, the last couple of years, where they changed their whole game plan. Something they've done all year that's worked, that's dominated teams. Like the same Bills team that they dog walked last year in the regular season, they changed their whole game plan. And maybe it was because of the fact that Zay Flowers wasn't out there and some of the scheming had to be changed. Maybe it might have been the case. But at the end of the day, this Ravens team is better than the Bills. I don't care what any Buffalo Bills fan says, and I don't even think it's close. Josh Allen just has to play superhuman for this team to have a chance to win against the Baltimore Ravens. That's every year. So everybody wants to get super excited that the Bills are the best team in the AFC. No, they're not. No, they're not. Revisionist history. The Ravens dog walked y'all last year and y'all beat them in the playoffs. So it could easily happen to you guys as well. You know what I mean? It's week 1. As far as this Bills team goes, Josh Allen is amazing. I can't say nothing about Josh Allen. He's the only thing that's keeping this team in play.
Of course.
James Cook, they need to find a way to give James Cook the ball. I think Keon Coleman, I think you see the progression of him becoming a better receiver. But let's remember that touchdown that he had was lucky as hell because that should have been a pick or an incomplete because it was a clear tip ball, which the Ravens defense had a lot of deflections. I was a little worried that Kyle Hamilton had to go to the locker room again. That's the only problem with Kyle Hamilton. He's amazing, but he stays getting hurt. And Jair Alexander, I don't know what you were thinking on that last drive. I don't know what you saw, but this is the main reason why cats don't like you, dog. This is one of the main reasons. You're a solid quarterback, but you do some of the dumbest things sometimes, especially in key moments of the game. Like, what are you doing? You saw your man. Your man was right in front of you and just let him go behind you and Joshua and then Palmer got the catch for the first down that pretty much put them in field goal range. Like, I don't know what Jair Alexander was even looking at. And he even knew it because you saw his reaction. But this Buffalo Bills defense is atrocious. You cannot sit here and tell me this is a Super Bowl contending defense. This defense got gashed repeatedly by Derrick Henry. He was gashing him for 20 plus yards every single time. The angles that they had were terrible. This team couldn't tackle. The cornerback situation and the safety situation is atrocious. They could get whatever they wanted. Imagine what the Cincinnati Bengals would have did to this defense. Imagine what Jamar Chase and T. Higgins and Chase Brown would have did to this defense. Imagine when the Chiefs get Rashee Rice, Tyreek Hill, and Hollywood Brown and Xavier Worthy back, what they're going to do to this Bills defense. They're going to demolish this defense. This Bills team does not look good. Ed Oliver was the savior of this defense because he made 2 big key turnovers that helped this team win this game. But as a Bills fan, I know you're hyped and excited because you guys had this comeback win. But let's call it spade a spade. This Bills defense is terrible. It is atrocious. It is bad. It is super, super bad. As bad as the Detroit Lions offense was, I might say the Bills defense looked even worse than what the Detroit offense looked like. I get it. You got Josh Allen, and anytime you got Josh Allen, you're always going to have a chance. But you cannot sit here with a straight face, and you got all these ESPN guys talking about like the Bills are one of the. No, they're not. This defense is bad. Now they could get better. They could get better, and they could form into a better defense. But at this moment in time, they are dog water. And y'all got lucky. Y'all got the dub. Because if they played again next weekend, I think the Ravens beat y'all by 45. And I don't even think it's close. So I say this. I hope Bills fans need to hope they don't play the Ravens again this year. Their pathway to the Super Bowl. Because if the Ravens play y'all again, I think they're healthy. They're dog walking y'all, dog. I don't care. I do not care. I do not care. So be happy about this win, but we'll see next week. You know what I mean? When you said they play the Jets next week, we'll see. Is it in New York or in Buffalo? It's at New York. We'll see what's up. If Justin Fields and Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall and all these guys look the way they did last week, we'll see how good this defense is gonna be.
I can see the Jets looking at what the Ravens
and repeat
did.
the same thing. They have the weapons to do that. Justin Fields is just as athletic as Justin Fields. I don't think he throws the ball better than Lamar Jackson, but he's just as athletic. He can do RPOs. Breece Hall looked like the Breece Hall that we've seen. Garrett Wilson looked like the Garrett Wilson we know he could be. And I think that Jets defense can play better. I think they have the assets to play better. Sauce Gardner and all those guys, Quentin Williams and all those guys, I think they could play better. But we'll see. We'll see. But don't sit here and tell me that the Buffalo Bills defense is Super Bowl quality, because they're not. They will get ran through by a lot of these offense that we see. The Steelers offense can probably dog walk them. The Bengals offense can dog walk them. Hell, my Raiders probably could dog walk this defense. You know what I mean? Like, come on, what are we talking about? Like, let's relax and pump the brakes on this Bills team and putting them as like this Super Bowl contender. The only reason why you're doing that is because Josh Allen is the quarterback. If anybody else was the quarterback, this team will be one of the worst teams in the league.
Yeah, I agree. All right, man.
What's your thoughts for tonight's game? What are some of the things you're looking for that you want to see?
I need to see Caleb Williams have a strong game, and I need to see the JJ McCarthy hype. Mm-hmm. I do. Everybody's got this hype for this kid, and we didn't see it in college. You know what I'm saying? And preseason, he was okay, but yeah, he's got all the measurements. He can throw the ball down the field 70 yards. So can Joe Milton. So I don't want to hear that. So I need to see it. I need to see it. He's got the weapons around him. He's got the coach. Kevin O'Connell's one of the better play callers in this league. So they obviously believed in him because they shipped Sam Darnold and Daniel Jones ass up out of it. So they must believe in the kid. So we're going to see. We're going to see. But I'm more interested to see what this offense and how this offense flows for Chicago, how Caleb Williams reacts, his body language out there. Is he rolling his eyes? Whatever. Is the team going to be a team? Can Ben Johnson coach a whole team rather than just being a great offensive coordinator? It's different now. You got to count for everybody now, players. So we're going to see. We'll see.
Yeah, I think it's going to be exciting to see. I think the storyline is definitely, it's always the quarterbacks, but it's really these two quarterbacks, man, especially with both of the hype that they both had in these offenses, and seeing what Ben Johnson can do with Caleb and what Kevin O'Connell can do with JJ McCarthy, man. Both of these guys have been well known to put their quarterbacks in better positions and elevate quarterback play. We shall see. We shall see. This could be either a great offensive game, or this is going to be a slow grinding battle and see how these two defenses play. But hey, Justin, hey, I need you to give me 40, bro. And I need you to give me a chance to win my fantasy. It's just not looking good right now against Carlito.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, man. Let's do our BetUS Surefire Picks, man.
All right, let's do it.
All right, man. Who you got?
Yeah. So for tonight, I got the Bears +1 over the Vikings. I just think the home field advantage will help this situation out between these two quarterbacks, and I just think the momentum of the crowd in Chicago, they're going to be hyped for this matchup. I think the Bears are going to slightly get the slight win over the Vikings. I got the Dream -8.5 first half against the Connecticut Sun. I love that. I think the Dream have been a very dominant team, especially how young they are. They're fighting for the number 2 seed. I think they'll blow them out, but I do love that first half number. And then I'm gonna take the Phillies +1.5 over the Mets.
Yeah, I'm with you with the +1.5 Bears over the Vikings. But I also like Caleb Williams over 217.5 yards. I also like Colston Loveland over 28.5 yards. And I like Aaron Jones over 17.5 receiving yards.
Okay. Cool.
Come on. There you go. If you look at the screen, you'll see the QR code for the BetUS website. Go ahead and scan that. If it's first time users only, put your information in, put the promo code JOIN125. You get 125% sign-in bonus plus 10% gamblers insurance. That is 3 risk-free bets on your first 3 deposits on $100 up to $5,000. So that means if in your first 3 deposits, if you bet $100 and you lose, you'll keep your money. So you can keep your money on your first 3 deposits, or you can go over there and win some money. So go ahead, sign up, put the promo code in, tell them Cris Style Mal sent you. And that does it for our BetUS Surefire Picks. All right, man. We'll do our I think it'd be better if we do our top 10 rankings on Wednesday, just so because every team would have been played, because we don't know how Chicago or the Vikings look. They might look great tonight, so you might want to add them to their top 10 ranking on them. But we can do NFL teams that mostly impressed and and the ones that disappointed you. So what team impressed you? What team disappointed you?
I would say probably the team that most impressed me was probably the Green Bay Packers. Just the dominant performance that they had against the Detroit Lions, especially that being a divisional game. And then obviously the hype of Michael Parsons. I thought they looked really good. So they're probably my number 1 team that was most impressive to me. I'll say honorable mention. I would probably say the Chargers and how they performed against your Chiefs. They'll be my honorable mention on that. As far as like the worst team, the easy answer is the Dolphins, but I'm gonna go with the Detroit Lions. I think that performance was just putrid, especially the expectations that they did have. They have all those weapons, and the way that offense performed was putrid. It was putrid. The defense didn't look like it was ready as well either. They just didn't look like they were ready for that game. So, and that's not like a Dan Campbell team. So, yeah. So I'm gonna go with there.
I don't want to pick the same thing you pick. I think I'm gonna go with the Colts. I know they played the Dolphins, but I wasn't expecting all that.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that, but so I'm gonna go with the Colts. They played as well as you can play. Daniel Jones had a really good game. He had 2 touchdowns on the ground. I think he had 1 in the air too. And the defense. That defense was swarming. It looks like it's gonna be one of the better defenses in the league. So I'm not even the Dolphins. I thought they were gonna be bad anyway. So I'm not.
Yeah, that's why I was like, yeah, it's just there's no point even putting them in there.
Texans. That's who I'm disappointed in. I thought that they were going to be a lot better than this.
Yeah.
I thought CJ Stroud was going to take a step up, and like I said, it's week one. We never know. CJ Stroud can go off and ball out for the next 16 games.
Mm.
So, but yeah, I was disappointed in them this week. I expected them to come out guns blazing and have a good matchup with the Rams. So, but it didn't turn out that way. But we'll see. We'll see in the coming weeks.
For sure.
All right, man. Got anything else?
Nah, man. You know what I mean? I know Wednesday we'll get into big fight weekend. We'll obviously make our NFL and college picks on Wednesday. Probably talk a little bit more about the WNBA. So do our rankings as well. I even got a would you rather game for you that like to like to play with you. But nah, man, I ain't got nothing else, man. Excited to watch the game tonight. Chill out for the rest of the day. Play a little 2K.
All right, man. Who gets your flowers of the week?
So my flowers go out to all the NBA Hall of Famers that got inducted to the Hall of Fame this weekend. So I want to congratulate Carmelo Anthony, Dwight Howard, Sue Bird, Sylvia Fowles, Maya Ford, and then obviously the whole Redeem team. They got initiated into the Hall of Fame. Pretty somber though. Kobe was the only person not there, and we all know why. So prayers up to him and his family. But yeah, man, I just want to honor all those NBA Hall of Famers. Truly well deserved, man. And congratulations to all of them.
Chris Byers ain't got no flowers this week.
And you ain't got nothing?
Oh man, I give my flowers. It's fight week. That's my flowers.
There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go.
Fight week, baby. Let's go, man. I'm ready for Saturday. That's what I'm ready for.
The crazy thing is, I've been seeing everywhere I go, man. Any restaurant or any place, man, they got fight parties everywhere, man. I don't know if it's because of the Netflix thing and it's easier for people to show the fight, but that's dope, man. I think it's great for the sport of boxing, man. I think the number for Canelo and Crawford is going to be insane. It's going to be insane.
Netflix.
You better make sure you got your shit right, because if there's any fucking delay, people are going to be hot, bro. Make sure you got your stuff right, bro.
Turk.
Not make too much money, man.
Turk.
Make sure it's right.
Maul already looks at you as a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I do.
You can diminish that, Bones.
Yeah, you fuck up the stream, my boy. We're gonna have a conversation. Monday gonna be interesting because I put Turk in high prestige. A lot of people clowned on him getting into the Boxing Hall of Fame. I think it was well deserved, but make sure this stream is on point, because that bandwidth gonna get hit. Talking about hundreds of millions watching this fight. Hundreds.
Yeah, we'll see.
I can't wait though. Can't wait to talk about it.
All right, man. All right, who gets your hell no?
I have one more flower. Marvel Tokon. I got to play the beta. Fire. Hell no. I got a quick little 3. First one goes to the Phillies. Karen, who snagged the ball away from the father and the son. Like, Ma, you got better things to worry about. Do I think people need to go and try to get her fired or anything like that? No, but you showed your true character and how you acted about a baseball. Any grown person who acts like that over a baseball is insane, especially taken away from a kid. That's crazy. That's crazy. Only thing I would say you need to fight for, if it was like Barry Bonds is like record-breaking home run or something, then I'm fighting for you because that's money. But we're talking about a basic. I will box a little kid for that ball. But look, a basic home run, like, come on, man. What are we talking about? Like, that's not. Second one, Ben Simmons rejecting the Knicks offer. It just shows you, my brother, you should have took that, because now you ain't got no deal and looks like you about to retire from the league shamefully. Your career had a lot of promise, but for some reason you mentally couldn't get over the hurdle. But hey, man, it is what it is, man. You should have took that offer when you had a chance, but now it's a struggle out there. And Russell Westbrook ain't got a contract either. I think that's something to look out for as well. We'll talk more NBA as the month comes to an end. Get ready for training camp. And then last but not least, I'm going to give it to Dak Prescott. I think Dak Prescott and that explanation on him spitting towards Jalen Carter was bullshit. Like, come on, man. Like, you at the end of the day, you knew what you were doing. You did the whole shit. You tried to egg him on Jalen Carter and get a response. And you succeeded at that. But I think Dak Prescott should get As much as Jalen Carter deserves to get the brunt of the talk about him and his character and how he should have handled himself, which is all correct, I think Dak Prescott should be on that same tier, because you cannot sit here and tell me that this man is in the huddle and he has to take 2 to 3 long steps, walk in between 2 of his linemen and spit at the foot of Jalen Carter, and he's not going to take some kind of offense to that. So I think Dak Prescott needs to get the hell nah, as well as Jalen Carter too, man. Like, people just got to stop doing disrespectful things to each other, man. Come on, man. Be better than that.
Yeah. My hell no goes to the Buffalo Bill fan last night that thought it was cool to shove DeAndre Hopkins and Lamar Jackson, and he got shoved back for his troubles, rightfully so. And he's been indefinitely banned from the Bills stadium.
Good.
And NFL stadiums per team official. So
Good.
Keep your damn hands to yourself. I don't care if your emotions is running high. You don't need to put your hands on the players. And don't cry wolf when they push your ass back. It could have got worse. Lamar Jackson could slap shit out of you.
Mm-hmm.
Then
he better not get fined either. He hit me. Yeah, Lamar better not get fined.
You hit DeAndre Hopkins upside his head, and then you tried it with Lamar, and he pushed your ass back.
Yeah.
Had you looking stupid.
Dumb.
So keep your hands to yourself. Yeah. Keep your hands off of players and keep your hands off of other fans too. We there to have a good time, enjoy our team, win or lose. We
and go home.
Go home, man.
That's it.
In one piece. I don't want to go home with a black eye and my teeth knocked out.
Or go to jail. No one wants to.
I don't want that.
You're banned from the stadium.
Because I'm trying to fight your ass off of me.
Yeah.
So let's have some decorum, people. It's a game. With kids in here, they there to see their favorite player. You want to touch and shove on players and fans. Chill out.
Yeah.
So you get a hell no, sir.
Agree.
Oh my God, bro. Oh hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, boy. You get your goddamn ugly ass on.
All right, man. We told y'all it was gonna be a packed show.
Yeah, gotta get used to it. It's gonna be some long episodes for the whole year, man.
Football season is back, man. So we had to go through it, man. I ain't want nobody. We don't want nobody to be like, "Well, you didn't say nothing about the Cardinals," because we very well could skip those games.
We could, but we're gonna talk about everything. We're gonna talk about everything.
Y'all like that. We ain't gonna do y'all like that, man.
Nah.
All right, man. You look at the screen, you'll see the QR code for the WWE shop. Go ahead and scan that. If get all your WWE merch from you see AJ Lee. She returned on Friday. We getting CM Punk and AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins probably at the next pay-per-view. I think it's No Mercy. So go and get your AJ Lee merch. Get your CM Punk merch. Get your Seth Rollins, your Becky Lynch, Penta, OTC Roman Reigns. Whoever your cup of tea is, Bianca Belair, whoever your cup of tea is, go ahead and go to the WWE shop, scan that QR code, and get it right now. You want to donate to our Cash App, you can donate to it. $ Cris Style Mal Podcast. We will greatly appreciate whatever you donate. Whatever streaming platform you use to listen to your podcast, whether it be Apple, Google, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, whatever you use to listen to your podcast, we are available on there. If you're a first-time watcher on YouTube, hit that like button, that subscribe button, that notification button. So when we go live on Mondays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time and Wednesday 9-ish p.m. Pacific Standard Time, you can jump in the live. You can talk about these topics with us. We want to hear from you. We want to get your opinion, man. Give us your insight on college football and the NFL this week, week 1. How you feeling? If you're listening on the playback, put it in the comment section. But go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Whatever social media platform you use, whether it be X, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Twitch, Facebook, wherever you use to your social media, we're available at Cris Style Mal. we're just some regular guys who like to talk sports, music, movies, and all kinds of various topics. So we will follow you back. So go ahead and hit us up. If you have critiques or feedback, or if you have a question or topic that you want us to bring up on the show, we will bring it up. We will shout you out because we want to show love to those who show love to us. So go ahead and hit us up via DM, email, or our mentions. All right, good people. Until Wednesday, hope you guys have a good next few days. We will be back, like Maul said, talk Crawford Canelo, NFL Week 2, college football Week 3. It's probably some WNBA. Give you some more BetUS picks, and have another great show, man. So until Wednesday,